any of their Massachusetts or New Hampshire location. Visit ortholaserne.com. That's ortholaser with a Z-N-E.com.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
This is the sale you've been waiting for. The Macy's Spring VIP sale is here. Exclusive savings on the season's most loved brands with an extra 30% off Avec La Fille, Karl Lagerfeld, DKNY, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty essentials from MAC, Armani Beauty, and too many others to mention. So get to the Macy's Spring VIP sale now and shop brands you love at prices you'll love even more. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Most tire dealers will sell Bridgestone tires, but Town Fair Tire sells Bridgestone tires for an unbeatable combination of the guaranteed lowest price and the most free services for life. Town Fair is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer. So when you're in the market for a new set of Bridgestone tires, get to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
This is Alex Kora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Welcome back. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. And before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Kora. And Alex Kora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers in F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years and the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Here with manager Alex Kora is our own Will Fleming.
Day 2 in Texas with the manager Alex Kora. Hard to script it any better than yesterday, Alex. The way that the game got going, big hits from Wilyer. Really cool scene in your clubhouse after the ball game. This has to be a really good feeling for you and your club.
Yeah, I mean, to get the first one out of the way and play the way we did, it was cool. You know, that's a good baseball team over there. And we still got 3. We pitched pretty well, put good at bats. Nate was really good yesterday. Different script, you know, he spun the ball more than usual, but we hung in there. Willie with a big swing. You know, we walked a few times. Trevor put pressure on them, and then another big swing by Willie, and the bullpen did an amazing job.
You know, on Wilyer, we all think so much about Pregame and Crochet and the young kids coming up. In some ways, he flies under the radar. The play he makes in right field to deke the runner, to keep it where it was. He's just such a complete player. He kind of has that superstar stuff, doesn't he?
He's such a good guy, man. He misplayed that ball, by the way.
Oh, all
right. You know what? We saw him 2 years ago, and he was driving the ball to left center. And last year, you know, he became pull happy. He gets hurt, right? And I think things went south. I saw this morning Mark DeRosa breaking him down, right? And just the base, you know, and he's in a good place right now at the plate. He got more at bats than anybody in camp, to be honest with you. He was getting 9 and 10 every day he didn't play in the big field, and we truly believe he's a solid hitter. You know, obviously he's going to swing and miss. We know that's part of the game, but he'll take a walk. He's a good at bat, and I love the fact that he's in the spot that he's in the lineup, because we can actually kind of like shift gears, right? We let guys do the thing, and then he takes pitches, and then he puts the ball in play very hard.
It was really cool for all of us to get a little window into your clubhouse. You said yesterday you want your players to manage that room. So you do what you always do. You give Christian the lineup card, and he makes the speech. Whitlock and Wilyer both talk in the room. How did that make you feel watching the sort of growth of this group?
Yeah, it's good, and that's something, you know, we started doing in 17, and I told Alex that, you know, we haven't celebrated too many wins here lately, you know, and they had a way of doing it in Houston, and he brought it over here. The player of the game, you know, KC had to do it yesterday. He picked it. So let's say today Tanner goes 7 scoreless and 10 strikeouts, and we win. Then Witt has to pick the pitcher of the game. Beautiful. And then we keep rotating. You know, whoever is the player of the game has to pick it the next W. So something that we're going to do. winning at this level is hard. You know, we put a lot of work. We get here at noon, and hopefully at 9:30 we can celebrate, and we're going to do that.
Christian gets the first hit out of the way. He admitted it. He looked nervous. Gets the benefit of a call. Doesn't it help him, though, to just get that first one out of the way?
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, I don't know what the pitcher is going to do. He might challenge that one. It's 2 earnings, right? So we're going to make sure we get the next hit. We're going to keep that ball just in case. But the walk, right, he was nervous. He was nervous. And like I said, he's going to mess up. He's going to be antsy, but we have a good group of guys, and he said it after the game, man. Like, this guy has made him feel very good, comfortable in this environment. You can see the at-bats, man. Like, it's going to happen. He's going to live in right center with a fastball, and he's going to pull off-speed stuff for power, and we're very excited for him.
You know, this is a thing you're going to have to deal with all year long, because I sort of half expected. I know you want to keep Christian going, but you've got to be a little tempted to give David Hamilton a start, how good he was in spring.
Yeah, he's playing tomorrow, and he's playing on Sunday. Most likely he'll play second tomorrow, and he'll play shortstop on Sunday. And I told Hammy, don't worry, man. You're going to get at bats. We're going to keep you ready, you know. And same thing with Romy, same thing with Ref. You know, we have to play guys, especially early, because at one point we're going to need them, right? And Hammy is so dynamic. You saw him yesterday right away over there. The guy had to, you know, speed up his delivery, and maybe he got Willie a hanging breaking ball, and Willie put a good swing on it. So we'll use everybody. Like I said yesterday, too, I think Casas and Abreu, they have earned the right to play against certain lefties and get at bats against lefties. I think it benefits them, and we'll do that, too.
It's different watching a guy from afar or even having him in spring training. Garrett Crochet makes his first start for you in the regular year. I loved how ticked off he looked when you took him out of the game. What did you learn about him yesterday?
He wanted to keep going. He felt like, you know, early in the game, he wasn't in sync. You know, he used his cutter probably more than what he really wanted to. But gave us 5. And like I told him, and I usually compare him to Chris, right? Like, there's going to be a point in the season we're going to let him go, you know, and the numbers are going to be 99, 100, 99, 100. But for now, we'll take care of him. It was 90 pitches, close to that. 5 innings was good enough, and, you know, we had the bullpen lined up for what we did yesterday. But, yeah, he was very intense when I told him he's coming out of the game.
Speaking of 99 to 100, it seems like the last couple of weeks, Chapman goes back to, say, 95, 96, and he's more effective. How did that come about, and do you like him better in that range?
I mean, 100. He's still got 100, right? It's just, you know what, halfway through camp, or I think it was his second outing, he had walked like 2 or 3 guys in a row or something like that, and something clicked as far as like the location, the target with Wonger, and he's been throwing a lot of strikes, you know, the rest of camp and yesterday too. The guy's a monster. He works hard, man. You see him showing up here early and do his thing. He's been a great teammate, and you know, he'll be ready to close the game tonight.
Sort of like a security blanket for you too. You predicted it with Seager leading off the 8th. He comes on, and Slayton has the 9th. And I mean, this is not news, but Justin looks ready to handle the 9th inning.
He's good, and slow pulse. You know, he doesn't panic. The stuff is really good. We just gotta make sure we keep him healthy.
Lastly, Tanner today did not have a very good spring. We've seen that happen before. In your mind, what went into that, and what should we look for here today?
Yeah, the one 2 years ago, he really struggled because he didn't throw strikes. Remember, his last one in Atlanta, I think he walked like 5. He threw a lot of strikes in this camp. They put the ball in play. They did a good job against him, but I think pitch selection, sequencing is going to come into play, and he'll be okay.
Really fun yesterday. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Will.
That was Alex Kora with our own Will Fleming here on Red Sox Pregame. And right now it is time for the Baseball Isn't Boring 2-Minute Grill with Rob Bradford, presented by McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil, including BioHeat, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Here with Rob Bradford was last night's starter, Garrett Crochet.
So to put the contract extension and stuff in the rearview mirror because of this is exactly what you wanted to do, right?
Right.
So that this could be maybe the last question you ever have to answer about it this season.
Right.
So how does that feel good, or does that feel right, or how? I know that you had to pitch, so you weren't really thinking about it.
Right. It's definitely easier to focus on the here and now. You know, when we have games going on, Yeah, obviously yesterday it was like, too, you're saying it's easier to pitch. It's like, wish I could have done better, donning a Red Sox uniform for the first time, but overall I feel like I turned in, just a regular start. It wasn't good, but it didn't suck, so that was cool.
So I have to ask, did you feel like anything was gonna happen before that deadline?
I wasn't quite sure. It was it was fairly down to the wire, so I really wasn't sure, to be honest. It was kind of just like, waiting to hear. There, like I said, there was communication, the entire time.
Was it at midnight?
Yeah.
Was
pretty
it
much,
really?
Pretty much.
Wow.
So it was kind of just like, just playing it by ear, to be honest.
Was it? And that being said, it must. If it came down to the wire, you must feel good about, sort of that it came down to the wire, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You'd rather it be that way than, you have the conversation one time, and it's a large gap in a way of, we see it this way, but I'm over here thinking that I'm a really good pitcher, and, there would be a gap, meaning that they think that you're lesser than you are, kind of thing.
But you didn't get that feeling, like you didn't feel like there was a big gap?
No, I never got that feeling.
Yeah. Okay, so now you get to pitch and worry about that stuff.
Right.
And so when it kind of crops back up, you'll probably feel it like, I'm assuming you'll do well. I'm saying you're going to do well, right?
Right.
But then you land and say, okay, we can pick this up where we left off almost, right? Is that fair?
Yeah, that's definitely fair to say.
Okay.
All right, that was Garrett Crochet with Rob Bradford. Talking about his regular start that he had last night. Good enough to get the win. He didn't earn the win. That went to Aroldis Chapman, but good enough for the Red Sox to get the win. Garrett Crochet there with Rob Bradford. By the way, you can watch Red Sox pregame on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. With so much love, you won't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. I'm Christian Arcan. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Coming up, we'll take a look around the scoreboard. We'll get you your starting lineups and your lock of the night. That's all coming up next here on the Mass Mutual pregame show.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
At Great Wolf Lodge, your whole family can go on an adventure. Splash away in our water park and bowl a perfect score with your pack and mix game time with family time. And at Great Wolf Lodge, all this excitement is just a short drive away. So bring the pack together and learn more at greatwolf.com and strengthen the pack.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
Hey, this is Brad Evans from BetMGM Tonight, weekdays 7-11 Eastern. The BetMGM Network is your home for expert sports betting insights, real-time odds, and nonstop action.
And the best time to tune in is right now. The madness of college basketball is heating up, the NBA playoff race is tightening, and MLB opening day is just around the corner.
We've got expert picks, in-depth analysis, and everything you need to stay ahead of the game.
Presented by the sportsbook born in Vegas, BetMGM.
Watch on YouTube, listen on the free Odyssey app. This is the BetMGM Network.
Cats are kind of experts on life. Hey, they get 9 runs at it, so we could learn a thing or two. Or 9. Like aim high, because you'll always land on your feet. Or that 14-hour naps are a necessity. And above all, never let things get too heavy. Cats lighten our lives. We lighten yours. At Cat's Pride, our naturally lightweight litter performs like heavy litter, but is up to 40% lighter than traditional scoopable litter, meaning you'll never have to lift a crazy heavy litter jug again, which is totally zen. Cat's Pride. Lighten your life.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks, the sporty Sentra, or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees. 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $46.39 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/31/25.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Lowe's knows there's no better time to refresh your kitchen because right now you can get up to 40% off select major appliances, including GE. Get started with the exclusive GE slide-in range with no preheat air fry and easy wash oven tray. Shop the Spring Into Good Things event now during SpringFest at Lowe's. We help, you save. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items. Valid 3/20 through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Back here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcan. Red Sox and the Rangers. Tanner Houck and Jack Leiter is your pitching matchup, which is brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tire, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. And with that, let's take a look at the Subaru of New England scoreboard. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. We got our first look at the Tampa Bay Rays today after their opening day game was postponed. Damage from Hurricane Milton made Tropicana Field unusable, so the Rays playing their home games at George Steinbrenner Field this year, otherwise known as the Yankee Spring Training Park, where they hosted the Rockies today and ended up getting a walk-off home run off the bat of Cameron Misner in the bottom of the ninth inning off of Rockies reliever Victor Vodnik, who sounds like a Bond villain's name. Bad day for Victor is he gives up the dinger, and the Rays come away with a 3-2 win. Couple of games in progress to tell you about right now. The Orioles and the Blue Jays are in the top of the third inning up at the Rogers Center. That game is scoreless. Also scoreless are the Marlins and the Pirates. They just completed 2 innings down in Miami. Still to come tonight, we got the Mets and the Astros getting underway at 8:10. Tyler McGill and Hunter Brown is your pitching matchup in that one. 9:40 start time in San Diego for the Braves and the Padres. Reynaldo Lopez and Dylan Cease will be the probables for that one. Chicago and Arizona, a 9:40 start time there. Jamison Taillon and Merrill Kelly are your starters. A's and the Mariners will see Jeffrey Springs and Luis Castillo on the hill, and the Tigers and the Dodgers will get underway at 10 past 10 tonight at Dodger Stadium. Jack Flaherty and Yoshinobu Yamamoto will be your starting pitchers. With that, it's time to take a look at today's starting lineups. They're brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. We'll start with your Boston Red Sox, the visiting Boston Red Sox, who have a lineup that looks a lot like yesterday's lineup. Jaron Duran leading off in left field. He'll be followed by Rafael Devers, the DH, the permanent DH, as we found out from Alex Kora today. After that, Alex Bregman in the 3 spot, patrolling third. Tristan Cass is batting cleanup at first base. He'll be followed by Trevor Story at short. Christian Campbell in the 6th spot at second base, and he'll be followed by last night's hero, Wilyer Abreu, who had something to do with all of those runs. 2 home runs for him. He's in right field once again. He'll be followed by Connor Wong doing the catching, and Ceddanne Rafaela batting 9th and patrolling center field behind the starter, Tanner Houck. For the Texas Rangers, Marcus Semien leading off, followed by Corey Seager. Wyatt Langford will bat third and play left field. The cleanup hitter, getting his first start of the year, will be Jock Peterson, the DH. Adolis Garcia batting 5th in right field, followed by Jake Berger at first. Josh Young at third. Jonah Heim will bat 8th and do the catching. And Leody Taveras will play center field and bat 9th. Behind the starter, Jack Leiter. Now let's take a look at the lock of the game presented by InterlockMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again. That's NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Check that. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again. And my lock of the game today is runs. I think the Red Sox offense got stifled last night by Nathan Eovaldi and that nasty curveball, but tonight it's Jack Leiter, who I think is going to be good, but he wasn't good last year, and the Red Sox bats, I think, are very eager to bust out. The over-under on this one, I just checked over at one of the gambling websites, over 4.5 is the over-under, with some decent odds there. I think minus 103 if you want to take the over on Red Sox runs. I think I'll probably be doing that, and I think that the Red Sox offense is going to, even though it's early in the season, and as we just heard there from Will Middlebrooks, sometimes early on in the season, you don't necessarily get up to speed right away with the hitters. The pitchers are a little further ahead of them. And while I do think you saw a little bit of that last night, Texas Rangers able to wait out Garrett Crochet, go deep into counts. Once the Red Sox got past Nathan Eovaldi, they were able to do a little bit more at the plate. And I think Eovaldi's just, he's a cagey veteran who can still throw very hard, and he had the Red Sox confused last night. I'm not necessarily sure that Jack Leiter is going to have that same sort of ability to do it, and I may end up eating my words. I hope I do not, because I would like to see the Red Sox go out there and mash a little bit. I think we all would. I think we're all ready, even at this very early point in the season, to see that top of the order. And what a top of the order. I mean, really, Duran, Devers, Bregman, Cassis, Story as your top five, and then your bottom four, Campbell, Abreu, Wong, and Rafaela. I mean, this is potential here to be a very, very strong lineup in this American League. So hopefully tonight's the night that we see that. I'm making it my lock of the night. All right, with that being said, Red Sox and the Rangers, game 2 of 162 here, and game 2 of 4 in this opening series down at the ballpark in Arlington. My name is Christian Arcand. This has been the Mass Mutual pregame show. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere, because coming right up, Red Sox action is next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network. Will Middlebrooks, Will Fleming have you. I'm Christian Arcand. This has been the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today and feel comfortable about tomorrow. Red Sox baseball coming your way right after this.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. Let's do it again and get vaccinated, because we're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit VaxAssist.com and schedule a vaccine today. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
This is the sale you've been waiting for. The Macy's Spring VIP sale is here. Exclusive savings on the season's most loved brands, with an extra 30% off Avec Les Filles, Karl Lagerfeld, DKNY, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty essentials from MAC, Armani Beauty, and too many others to mention. So get to the Macy's Spring VIP sale now and shop brands you love at prices you'll love even more. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name, only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
College sports hold a mythic place in American culture, but sometimes the drama off the court overshadows the action on it.
The higher-ups are concerned about one thing, and that is avoiding scandal.
I'm Margot Gray. On the new podcast, Campus Files, we cover everything, including some of the biggest scandals in college sports. Listen to and follow Campus Files, an Odyssey original podcast, available now on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. Here's the best part. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Not happy? They'll come back between visits to make it right. Don't wait. Head to truegreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
I'm Brian Tedesco, CEO of Blaupunk Americas, the pioneers of the car stereo. Today, we're not just about sound systems. We are revolutionizing the e-bike scene with Blue Dot Bike. Thanks to AmericanEagle.com, our online presence now features a dynamic e-commerce website that showcases the quality and affordability of our foldable e-bikes. And our collegiate e-bikes, just perfect for the college fanatic. These e-bikes offer a new way to experience freedom on two wheels, no matter your age. When we needed a top-notch website to match our cutting-edge e-bikes, we turned to AmericanEagle.com. They made the impossible seem easy, tackling digital challenges like pros. Check out the Blue Dot Bike website to see AmericanEagle.com's amazing work in action. Need the best in website and digital marketing solutions? AmericanEagle.com is your go-to. They've been a game changer for us, and they can be for you too. Visit AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW-1.
This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo's pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks.
From Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, we welcome you to round 2 of the 2025 season. The Red Sox and the Texas Rangers, a thrilling 5-2 win last night under the roof in Arlington. Before we get ready to go here, time now for the national anthem, which is brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Ready to go for baseball from Arlington, Texas. So far, so great for the Rangers and the Star-Spangled Banner. Brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers, helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one. Welcome into the broadcast booth high above Globe Life Field. The Red Sox, a thrilling opening day win. Speaking of thrilling, great to be back with Will Middlebrooks for Game 2 of the 2025 season. Brooksy, it was awesome yesterday to see Wilyer Abreu come into his own. He's been brilliant in this ballpark, and now today, all eyes do go to the mound to Tanner Houck.
Yeah, you know, Willie, I think if you look at big picture yesterday, your ace and Crochet didn't have his best stuff. Your mainstays in the lineup were over. And you beat a team that is picked by a lot of people to win the AL West. So I think there's a lot of good things to come out of yesterday.
Abreu hits the 2 home runs. Is still waiting on Devers and Bregman. Tanner Houck hits the ball today after a very shaky spring. Jack Leiter is on the mound for the Texas Rangers. And you had a long chat with Andrew Bailey before the game today. And it is a combination of command, location, and pitch selection for Tanner Houck.
There's no way around it. He had a really tough spring. He had a tough go down there. Just about every start, he got hit pretty hard. And talking to Andrew, he said, look, his velocity was fine. His pitch shape was fine. He was just missing over the middle of the plate. And at the big league level, spring training, postseason, regular season, doesn't matter. These are professional hitters. You have to pitch to the edge of the plate and just off. So we'll see. Hopefully he can get that locked in tonight.
The Rangers right now are awarding Josh Smith the Silver Slugger in a utility role. I thought Cedon Rafaela had a chance early in the season to earn that right. We see Wilyer Abreu sprinting out on the field here at Globe Life. And what a day for the new dad of twins, Will. Speech in the locker room after the game. He really did rise to the occasion on opening day.
He did, and we spent the entire offseason talking about the new additions to this team, the Crochet, Buehler. Obviously, everything changed with the addition of Alex Bregman. We kind of forgot about Wilyer Abreu and how good he was last season, not just defensively winning that Gold Glove in right field, but also being one of the best offensive rookies in all of baseball. So he quickly reminded us yesterday, and it sure was fun because he carried this offense.
Speed Report tonight is brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. And Speed was a part of yesterday, Will, especially late in the game. A big stolen base by Trevor Story. Jarren Duran nabbed a bag. And in this season, in this series, it feels like the legs, the foot speed of the Red Sox have to be a big factor.
I think the perfect, if Alex Kora can build the perfect team, it's not only a team that hits homers and strikes everybody out with the guys on the mound, they can beat you in so many different ways. We saw them play good defense as well, which was a massive issue for them over the last couple seasons. But to your point,
putting pressure on defenses on the base pass will win you a lot of ball games.
Just a few minutes away from first pitch, the Red Sox and the Rangers. We will step aside for a quick moment, come back with the lineups and the first pitch. The Red Sox and the Rangers, Game 2. Next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturrow Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Another beautiful Dallas, Texas day. Rain all morning long, but the roof is closed here. Temperatures in the 70s, and we are jazzed up to have Game 2 of this burgeoning season. Alex Kora brings the lineup card out for the Red Sox. Hunter Wendelstedt will be the home plate umpire today, with Adam Hamari at first, Nestor Seja at second, and Todd Titchener, the crew chief, at third. For the second straight day, the Red Sox will be in the road red unis above gray pants. Before we give you the lineups, 10 seconds for station ID of the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Lineup cards exchanged. Alex Kora jogs back into the visiting third base dugout here. Will, you and I just saw Tanner Houck walk out of the visitors' bullpen, and he had the look of a killer ready to go today.
He's locked in. I think he maybe wants to quiet that noise around his spring training, come out here with a good outing to start his season.
It really did have the feel of a prize fighter. He had the hood over, sort of quiet eyes stalking toward the third base dugout. And if last year, if past his prologue, Houck is ready to launch his season here today. So, as the Red Sox and the Rangers prepare to go, Will, how about the starting lineups?
I think, Will, it's time for the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. So for your Boston Red Sox, batting leadoff, per usual, Jarren Duran in left field. Behind him, Rafael Devers, he'll be at DH. Batting third, Alex Bregman at third base. In the cleanup spot, Tristan Casas, he's at first. Batting fifth, Trevor Story, he's at short. Batting sixth, Kristen Campbell, getting another start at second base here. Batting seventh, William Abreu, he's in right. Eighth, Connor Wong, he'll do the catching. And ninth, Cedon Rafaela in center field. For the Texas Rangers, batting leadoff, Marcus Semien at second base. Batting second, Corey Seager at short today. DH yesterday with a sore calf, but back in the infield. Batting third, Wyatt Langford in left. Batting cleanup, Jock Peterson getting the start at DH. Batting fifth, Adolis Garcia in right. Sixth, Jake Berger playing first. Batting seventh, Josh Young at third. Eighth, Jonah Heim doing the catching. And ninth, Leody Taveras in center field.
Here's Jack Leiter on the mound for the Texas Rangers, the second overall pick. The summer that the Boston Red Sox nabbed Marcelo Meyer. He came in with huge promise out of Vanderbilt. He's got a big-time arm. He got absolutely destroyed in the big leagues over 9 appearances a year ago.
Yeah, and talking to guys within the organization with the Rangers, the stuff is there. The fastball explodes, mid to upper 90s, good four-seamer, top of the zone, can get a lot of swing and miss. It's all about command. When he gets down in the zone, he gets hit hard. And what they say is you can watch him, watch his mannerisms in the first inning or two, and you'll know if he has it or not.
Kyle Hudson and Jose David Flores, the base coaches for the Red Sox, take their spots as Leiter continues his warm-up throws. He's got a new, what they call a kick change, Will, which is sort of like a hybrid knuckleball changeup, and they think that's going to be a big weapon for him.
Yeah, and it's really hard to explain. You start getting into the science of baseball and how guys, their hand positions are, where they release it. And the way he does, the ball kind of can tend to cut or be straight out of his hand. And in order for him to get good downward movement on his changeup, this is the version of changeup that he is learning to use. And so far in spring training, it was really good. It almost acts as a split finger.
So for the Red Sox, it'll be, as usual, Duran, Devers, and then Alex Bregman here in the top of the first against the 25-year-old right-hander. Throw goes down to second. Much smaller crowd here this evening than there was on opening night, and this time of year it's always interesting when the Red Sox hit the road. It can sound like a home environment. We'll test that early with Jarren Duran. Good applause for him as he steps into that left-handed batter's box. Duran 1 for 4 with a steal yesterday. Left-handed hitter who was the MVP of the All-Star game in this ballpark a year ago. Facing Jack Leiter. I expect Duran to be aggressive early. The right-hander Leiter throws. Duran takes a ball down and in. 97-mile-an-hour fastball that missed badly. Jonah Heim is the catcher today. He boxed it around, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, Jarren Duran in his first at-bat yesterday, hacking at the first pitch, grounded out. Nothing even close to the zone there to start.
1-0 pitch is chopped softly on the right side. Tough play for Leiter to his left. He gloves and makes the play on the run to first. That was beautifully done. I don't think if the pitcher misses that, anyone else has a chance to get Duran. So nicely done, and there's one away.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was in that no man's land, and that was the only play that it would work because Jake Berger playing deep with the left-handed Duran up there playing the line for Poole, and he wasn't getting to that ball. Nice play by Leiter.
Here is Raffy, who looked a lot more like himself finally today in batting practice. One more line drive into left center field after another. Here he is from the left side. Struck out 3 times yesterday. Holds the hands high. The pitch is swung on a miss very late. And a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-1. Last year, Leiter, 9 appearances, 6 starts. How about 44 hits and 39 runs in 35 2/3 innings? 0-1 to Raffy. Playing deep on the infield. The pitch is fouled on the third base side. Talking to so many people with the Red Sox today, Will, whether it was Pete Fatsi, Dylan Lawson, Chris Stasio, they feel like Raffy is closer and closer, and he's trying to do less, which is always good for him.
Yeah, he didn't have that many at-bats this spring. You know, he got started late.
0-2 to Raffy is in the dirt. First curveball that Leiter's thrown, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, you'll see Leiter throw a curveball and a slider. He does have the kick change that we talked about. Only threw the changeup 6% of the time last year. Expecting him to use that new pitch a lot more this season.
One down in the first. Red Sox and the Rangers scoreless in game 2 of the season. The 1-2 to Raffy is fouled on the third base side. He was sort of tied up there. Fastball in on the hands. That was late at 99.
Yeah, I think just about anybody be late on that one, especially after the curveball at his back foot in the dirt the pitch before. Really good location by Leiter, and that's the thing with his stuff. If he can command the top of the zone and then get below it with breaking pitches, he can be really successful.
Seager, shortstop, almost back of the second base bag. They play him deep into pull on the infield. Leiter peering over his black glove. The 1-2 pitch again is outside. That's the first changeup he's thrown, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, and it really looks like a two-seamer. Right, because his fastball has so much giddy up with that four-seam, it almost feels like it has a rise to the right, to the batter. So that gives just a little bit of depth to hopefully get ground balls.
2-2 to Raffy. The pitch inside. Really good take. 99 again, and it's 3-2.
And watching Leiter, he hasn't hit his spots. He is purely depending on stuff to get guys out. He hasn't hit one spot yet, but it's 99.
Raffy had his first vintage sigh and deep breath. The 3-2. Swaying and a looper down the left field line and foul. That was 98. That is the question with this guy, Leiter, and Kumar Rocker. Will they be throwers or pitchers? Usually when Rafi's got this kind of body language, good things are coming. 3-2. Wide open stance. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He blew him away with a fastball, 97 miles an hour. And they're 2 away.
Now, Rafi so far, just the bat speed and timing just hasn't lined up yet for him. Don't panic. Let's not forget who this guy is and what he can do when he gets right.
Well, that was just a huge swing from Devers, and he can get into that funk a little bit if he just shortens up a little bit. All the juice is there. Here now, Bregman to Booz again. The pitch is a little bit outside. It was 0-1, rather 1-0. Somebody made the point, which I love. He seems, once the lights went on in the regular season, it's all business for Bregman.
He has been very serious, but he's also carrying some tough at-bats over the last couple weeks.
All those strikes, 2 down in the first. Here's the pitch. And that's called a strike, borderline. Probably should have been a ball, but it's 1-1. Bregman says, I don't think Hunter Wendelstedt, that was a strike, but I'll give it to you. That was 2 balls off the plate.
Yeah, Andy missed his spot. Normally, you don't give the pitcher that.
1-1 to Bregman. The pitch. Swing and a high fly foul on the first base side. Jake Berger's at first base. Marcus Semien, the second baseman. Seager, Stewart, Young, third baseman. Leody Taveras in center field. Garcia in right with Langford in left. And Jonah Heim, the catcher for Jack Leiter, who's ahead of Bregman. 1-2. Here's the pitch. And that's outside. Slider. He's not thrown many of those, and it's 2-2.
That's a really good take from Bregman. I know it wasn't exactly a competitive pitch, but you have to gear up. The way that fastball is jumping out of his hand, he's got really good extension for a shorter guy.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball blows him away. 99 miles an hour. That's everything the Rangers are dreaming of with Jack Leiter. He fans the Red Sox in the first. No score after half an inning. Tanner Houck to the mound right after this on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice, fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
This is the sale you've been waiting for. The Macy's Spring VIP sale is here. Exclusive savings on the season's most loved brands with an extra 30% off Avec Les Filles, Karl Lagerfeld, DKNY, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty essentials from MAC, Armani Beauty, and too many others to mention. So get to the Macy's Spring VIP sale now and shop brands you love at prices you'll love even more. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's Tanner Houck. This is the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Tanner Houck's first pitch of 2025 is a sinking fastball for strike 1 to Marcus Semien. Tanner, an all-star in this building a year ago. The 0-1 right there again. Quickly 0-2. We got going a little bit tardy. 7:09, 74 degrees. Time and temp is brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield Marinated Pork. The 0-2 very close, but a splitter missed, and it's 1-2.
I love that he went to that split early and to a right-handed batter. That's something he was trying to get more comfortable with last season.
He's working very quickly. The 1-2 is up and in. He did not have a good spring training at all, Houck. He made a lot of mistakes in the zone. Alex Kora thought maybe some of the pitch sequencing was a little bit off, too. 2-2 to Semien, the pitch. Ground ball on the left side. Bregman's got it. Runs across the diamond. Throws to first in time. And a good start for Tanner Houck. So the Rangers in this half inning. Semien, Seager, and Langford in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers, Cadillac of Linfield and Cadillac of Warwick. What a 1-2 combo. Not many better in the whole sport than Semien and Seager. Tanner throws, and Seager rips one foul down the left field line and out of play.
I was curious if the Rangers would have Seager at short or DH, because he did DH yesterday, sore calf, trying to take care of him a bit.
0-1. Pitch is chopped to the left side, backhanded by Bregman. Really long throw on the run. He throws, but not in time. Couldn't get enough on it. Seager is aboard with an infield head.
Yeah, Seager is very pull heavy on the ground, so the infield was, we'll say, quote-unquote, shifted as much as they can be now with the new rules. But Bregman was all the way over it, basically straight up shortstop. This was hitting the 6 hole, had to go about 8 steps to his right and then throw off balance. Not enough on the throw, and Seager can still run enough to beat that out.
So here now, Wyatt Langford. Huge expectations for him this season. From the stretch, Houck throws a fastball, another first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Tanner, an all-star a year ago, set career highs in starts and innings and strikeouts. 30 starts, 178 and 2/3 innings. A big, strong right-hander delivers, and Langford takes inside a sweeper that missed. And it's 1-1. He's not pitched well for whatever reason against the Texas Rangers in his 4 games, a 5.3 ERA. 1-1 to the second-year player, Wyatt Langford. The pitch. Ground ball that should be 2. Story is second for 1. Campbell to first in time. Easy does it. Double play. Beauty from Houck. We're through 1 in Arlington. No score on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Shopping is hard.
I can never find anything in my size.
I don't even know my size.
I buy my clothes the same place I buy my groceries.
There's a better way. Make it easy with Stitch Fix. Just share your size, style, budget, and done. Your personal stylist sends pieces picked just for you.
That was easy.
Stitch Fix. Online personal styling for everyone. Free shipping and returns. No subscription required. Get started today at stitchfix.com.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks. Big news! The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again, because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to vaxassist.com and schedule today. That's vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tristan Casas to lead it off in the second inning. Probably had a walk taken away from him in the 9th last night, but 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts. And here he is against Jack Leiter. No score, the pitch. Tristan takes a strike. He crossed him up a little bit with a curveball. Steals strike 1. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers Porsche Boston and Porsche Burlington. Deep on the infield for this left-handed hitter. Feet close together. Here's the 0-1. Line drive down the right field line. Foul. He just hooked it outside the chalk. And quickly 0-2.
Nice aggressive swing from Tristan Casas. That was 97, inner third. A little early on it. I mean, if I'm lighter, I'm going, all right, if you're early on 97, here comes that kick change.
It is 0-2 to Casas. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball off the glove of Leiter. The shortstop Seager's got it. He picks it, throws to first in time. One down in the second. The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Arbella is here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. Here now, Trevor Story. Red Sox without a base runner. One down in the second. Leiter throws, and Trevor takes high. Fastball, and it's 1-0. He said, it feels so good to sleep in my own bed. Which he's done these last couple nights.
It's nothing better than that. In season, if you get to do that, it almost doesn't feel right.
1-0. Leiter comes home. And Trevor very late on a fastball. This is an electric heater right now for Jack Leiter.
Yeah, and look, the fastball plays up. It plays up faster than 98, if that makes sense. I mean, he's 84th percentile in extension, and he's not a tall guy. So he's letting go of the ball a lot closer to the plate than most pitchers.
1-1 to Trevor, the pitch. Swinging a high flight on the right field line, drifting toward the seats foul. Extension measures how far from the plate the pitcher lets go of the baseball. And for a guy who's not all that big, he really gets down the mound.
He really does, and that's a really good way to be deceptive. And on top of that, he's so efficient with the way he spins his four-seamer. And what that means is it is so straight over the top that it has a rising effect to these batters. And that's why you're getting a lot of swings under that fastball, even when it's in the strike zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Trevor Story. Al Leiter, of course, his dad. Here's a swing and a foul on the first base side. Vandy man, Jack Leiter, one of the most highly touted college pitching prospects in a long, long time. He was the Pacific Coast League Pitcher of the Year last season, but so far it has not really clicked in the big leagues. 1-2, the pitch. Trevor drives one high in the air into shallow center field. Coming in, Taveras. Out goes the second baseman, Semien, and Marcus is there to make the play. Quickly, 2 down. Now Christian Campbell, who for now does have a hit on the big league register, although Alex Kora said, we'll wait and see. We're going to be sure to get the baseball for his next one. He thinks the Rangers may well contest the first hit off the glove of the third baseman yesterday. Here he is. Pitch is swung on a miss. Wow, that was a slider, and it's 0-1.
And the reason they would contest that is because it would make that home run unearned, which would be huge towards an ERA this early in the season.
Luke Jackson, 0-1 to Campbell. 2 down in the second, no score. Here's the pitch. Christian swings and loses the bat. He missed it. Slider, he's seen 2 of those. And it's 0-2. He's going to take a little time and spray the handle of the bat up. I thought what Alex Kora did yesterday was so cool. He gave Campbell the scorecard, as he often does on a debut. And then he told Christian, you are going to pick the pitcher and the player of the game. Something Alex Bregman brought over from Houston. And they're going to keep that going this whole season.
It just creates a camaraderie and a trust and this boys club right in the clubhouse.
0-2 to Campbell. Base is empty with 2 down. There it is. That's outside. He's tripled up on the slider. It's 1-2. It was really kind of sweet watching Campbell give that speech to his teammates. Said today was really fun. Yeah. Let's keep it going. I was a little nervous at the beginning. 1-2. Leiter throws. Christian, soft ground ball on the left side coming in. Young, he will bare hand throw to first. Not in time. Well, we know for sure now the kid has a big league hit.
He has an official. That was exactly the same as my first big league hit. Really? Swinging bunt. Brandon Idge coming in from the A's. Bare hand, couldn't throw me out. But I'm thinking Campbell's still going to get that one from yesterday.
Get him the baseball. And here now, yesterday's hero, Wilyer Abreu. Launched 2 home runs, was 3 for 3. He has been a marvel in this ballpark. 8 for 14 with 5 home runs.
Goodness.
Here's the pitch. High fastball, and it's 1-0.
Just so smooth and calm at the plate. Just feels like he's a slow heartbeat guy. There's no moment too big for Wilyer Abreu, which that's something all players wish they had.
1-0. Campbell leading at first. Pitch is low and in. 2 balls and no strikes. joined Carlton Fisk as the only Red Sox hitter to have 2 or more home runs and reach base 4 times on opening day. Who knows? Maybe he'll hit a home run inside the pole in Game 6 of the World Series. The 2-0 is fouled on the third base side, and it's 2-1.
A little pesky?
It would have to be that way, although he does have some opposite field juice. One thing about Abreu, his home runs are rarely cheap. I mean, he destroyed both of those yesterday.
Oh, the first one was halfway up the stands in right field, way back.
2 balls and a strike with Campbell at first. He can run a little bit. No score in the second. Pitch is high and outside. A little timid is Leiter against Abreu, and it's 3-1.
And that's another reason you want Christian Campbell to maybe not run. You don't want them to have the option to pitch around Willier since he's swinging a hot bat right now.
Playing the pull on the infield to shortstop Seager, almost right behind the bag. Hitters count here. Look for Willier to cut it loose. 3-1. The pitch is outside, ball 4. That is great patience. How do you do? 5 plate appearances, 5 times aboard for Abreu to begin the season, and now 2 on with 2 out for Connor Wong.
Also, you have a guy with 99 on his fastball, and he's throwing a 3-1 changeup in the second inning. Already showing the respect for Willier Abreu.
You can absolutely feel that from Leiter. So we'll get the elbow guard off of Abreu. Bat boy running into the third base dugout, and gives Connor a moment to dig in. Right-handed hitter yesterday was on base 1 time. He takes a fastball high and outside, and it's 1-0.
So this is what we were hearing about Leiter. He can be very locked in and then all of a sudden lose it and be very erratic with that fastball.
And Connor's the kind of guy who in leverage counts can absolutely unload on velocity. So we'll see what's in store here. Long visit from Heim to Leiter.
So when Heim was walking out, he flipped the ball to Leiter. Leiter was looking down at the ground, and it hit him in, we'll say, not a great area of his body. The dugout getting a nice chuckle out of that one.
Anything to rattle him. In the case, quite literally, 1-0. Wong is ready. 2 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Connor fouls it off. Man, that was right there. 97 back to the screen.
Yeah, top of the zone. That's his best location for that four-seamer. Connor right on it. Looked on time, just under it. Really tough to get on top of that fastball from Leiter.
He's thrown 17 pitches in this inning. 1-1 to Connor. Here it is. Swing and a drive deep to left field. Hits over the head of the left fielder. He tracks back and makes a running grab. Wow. That was absolutely spectacular by Wyatt Langford. He took a bad read, bad jump, and in the end recovered to make the play. Long hit it on the screws, but the Red Sox leave 2 in the second. No score in Arlington on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
At Great Wolf Lodge, your whole family can go on an adventure. Splash away in our water park and bowl a perfect score with your pack and mix game time with family time. And at Great Wolf Lodge, all this excitement is just a short drive away. So bring the pack together and learn more at greatwolf.com and strengthen the pack.
your Boston sports opinion more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Tanner Houck's first pitch to Jock Peterson, the new Ranger, is a little bit outside for ball one. Longtime L.A. Dodger. Season ago with the San Francisco Giants. 1-0 from Houck to Jock. The pitch is grounded to first. Houck watches Casas go to a knee. He gloves and flips underhand to Tanner. And quickly, one away. Tanner kept the ball in the ballpark at an incredible rate a season ago. 11 home runs in 178 2/3 innings. That was the best rate in the American League. Wyatt Langford just took 2 runs away from the Red Sox in the top of the second as Adolis Garcia, right-handed slugger, digs in. Houck throws. Pitch just inside. He looks totally different, Will, and I think we both expected that he would just leave it behind him in Florida.
Yeah, that's his mentality. He's so cool, calm, and collected out there.
There's a foul. Back to the screen on a fastball, 1-1.
There's really only been one pitch so far that's been over the heart of the plate. Everything has been worked to the edges and just off where you get those weak ground balls.
No score, bottom 2, the 1-1. That was very close, but low with a splitter. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers Infinity of Westboro. Just a fabulous season, especially first half for Tanner. He gets a swing and a miss at a big, heavy sinker, and it's 2-2.
Such a good sinker. That starts middle in to Adolis Garcia, and your eyes light up as a right-handed batter. And then it just disappears under the barrel of the bat. Nothing you can do but foul that off at the best.
2-2 to Adolis. The pitch. Swing and a chopper foul. It was a good sweeper. Subaru New England scoreboard with so much to love. You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. A lot of teams off after opening day. The built-in off day. The 2-2 very close, but a ball. Splitter that missed, and it's 3-2. The Orioles pounded the Blue Jays yesterday, but tonight in Toronto, Jays have an early 4-2 lead, an RBI single for Vladdy Jr. 3-2. Up and in, he walked him. Well, Houck will not like that. He was ahead of Garcia 1-2, and he issues the free pass.
And honestly, Will, that was right on the corner, up and in. Ooh. Really caught the strike zone. No ABS system to challenge that.
Can't come soon enough.
Right? I loved it.
Too much of that last night. I think the Red Sox might well have challenged that one.
There were some really bad calls behind the plate, especially in the first half of the game yesterday.
So now here's Jake Berger with 1 on, 1 out. The pitch, that's a beauty. Sweeper right there, strike 1. Astros beat the Mets yesterday in Juan Soto's New York debut tonight. Mets have an early 2-0 lead across the state in the bottom of the second. Casas holding Garcia at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Wow, that was a vintage Houck sweeper. No chance for Jake Berger.
Just big time east to west snap break on that. 2 sliders to start this at bat. How about a nice little sinker off the fist? A little 6-4-3 double play.
Had that in the first. 0-2. No score in the second. And Story and Campbell shaded up the middle toward the bag. Houck sets at the belt. Runner goes. The pitch is way high. Throw to second's going to get him. Tag! Not in time. Wow. I thought Garcia was dead to rights. Campbell tried to apply the tag. The Red Sox want to take a look. That was bang bang there at second. Alex Kora talking to Jason Veritek, who's on the phone with Mike Brenly. And they got to hurry up and make a call. They will not challenge here. Wow.
Too close to challenge. That is bang, bang. I feel like they had an idea Garcia was going to be on the move there. They called the fastball up in the 0-2 count, which is perfect for a catcher to throw on. Very good job by Connor, just a little late.
Rant for another day. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Great sweeper. Adolis has got that oven mitt on the left hand, which I hate that counts as part of stealing a base.
I would try to extend it. I have like a 3-foot-long oven mitt. I'm sliding, 30 feet from the bag and going like Space Jam Michael Jordan from half court to second base, right?
It just seems unfair.
It really does.
So now 2 down. Houck trying to work around the base runner as the first pitch. Strike. He's done a lot of that as sweeper for strike 1 to Josh Young. His first strikeout of the season. Here's the 0-1, and that is a little bit outside. And the first strikeout of this game. Brought to you by Weichert Real Estate. Dream, move, home. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down in the second. No score, but a runner in scoring position for the Rangers. Working a little bit more deliberately with runners in scoring position. Long set. Pitch clock winding down. The pitch is just up and in. Too young, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, Houck likes to use the whole pitch clock when he is in the stretch with a runner on, because he's not very quick to the plate, doesn't love a slide step, but he mixes up his times.
Third straight opening day roster made for Young. The 2-1 is a strike on the outside corner. There's the power sinker, 95, and it's 2-2.
Seen some 95. Seen a couple 96s on the. He does have a four-seamer he's been working on throwing above the zone where he can get to 96.
Wrist issues a year ago for Young, one of the great young players on this roster, as he takes a sweeper low. And it's 3-2. Some deeper counts in this inning for Tanner. Now thrown 28 pitches. Big one coming here. 3-2. Pitch. High drive into left center field. Rafaela glides back to his right. He's there easily to make the play. Inning over. Tanner on a roll. We go to the third inning in Arlington. The Red Sox will have Rafaela, Duran, and Devers when we return scoreless in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
We're in Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
We got chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and their world famous cane sauce. We'll shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
This is the sale you've been waiting for. The Macy's Spring VIP sale is here. Exclusive savings on the season's most loved brands, with an extra 30% off Avec Les Filles, Karl Lagerfeld, DKNY, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty essentials from MAC, Armani Beauty, and too many others to mention. So get to the Macy's Spring VIP sale now and shop brands you love at prices you'll love even more. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
First hit on Rafaela to lead it off in the top of the third. We are scoreless. Game 2 of the year. Jack Leiter throwing hard. Pitched out of a jam in the second. The first pitch of the third. Big swing and a miss. 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-1.
When you're facing a guy like Leiter with a fastball like that, you almost have to try to swing above the pitch to square it up. It sounds silly, but that's the process.
0-1. Pitch is a little bit high. Why is that? You just got to stay on top of the baseball?
Your eyes are trained to see a fastball a certain way. And when guys have a special one like that, a four-seamer one that has that rising effect, you have to trick yourself to swing above it.
1-1. Swing and a high pop up in a shallow right center field. Garcia to his right. He's there to make the play. And Cedon is retired for the first out of this third. third inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Here's Jaron Duran for the second time. Grounded out to the pitcher, his first. Leiter. Overhead, windy throws, and Jaron chops one softly foul outside the first base line.
There's that changeup, 93 miles an hour. Doesn't seem like a huge difference from the fastball, but when you're geared up for a straight fastball, top of the zone, upper 90s, and then 93 with some sink, makes a big difference to the hitters.
0-1. Pitch. High and away. Good take. And it's a ball and a strike. 48 doubles. 14 triples. All-Star Game MVP a year ago for Duran, who holds himself to the highest possible standard. 1-1. The pitch. High. Good take. And it's 2-1. Do you think with a guy who's got this kind of fastball, Will, it gets easier the second time through?
Yeah, I think so. Just because you've seen it, you see how it comes out of his hand, you can feel where it is on your swings and misses and make that adjustment.
2-1. Pitch. Swinging a shot up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. An absolute missile for Duran. That had to be triple digits. Now the Red Sox have a man aboard in the third.
That's the approach you have to take with this guy. He's going to take advantage of you being over aggressive and taking big swings. If you get long, you're not going to catch up to his fastball. Got to be short and quick. And that was it right there. Line drive right up the middle. And I mean, that thing came off hot. 111 off the bat.
So I guess I was right about triple digits. Here's Raffy. Now this feels like run time for Duran. Not always the case if Devers is locked in. The pitch, swing and a miss at a big fastball. Devers is always a threat to go deep. You're in scoring position at first. But when he's a little bit in a rut, sometimes I think Duran might be more willing to force the issue.
True, and with Devers, when he's not going well, he's over swinging, and we're seeing that right now.
0-1. Jaron not running. The pitch is high. And it is 1-1. Alex Bregman is out on deck. It's so easy to say from up here, but when Devers shortens up and thinks left center, he is a madman at the plate. 1-1 here. Duran leaning, but now he'll step back to the bag as Leiter steps off.
And to your point, Will, he has what we call touch power. He does not have to swing 100% to hit the ball 450 feet. He can play at 80% and crush balls all over the park, and it will slow his body down.
1-1. Duran running. Great jump pitch. No chance to get him. It was a strike on the outside corner. He broke almost before movement did Duran. Leiter didn't look his way. A steal, and it's 1-2.
So I was going to say, Will, look, Leiter's not mixing his looks. And what that is when he comes set, how many times he is spending looking at the base runner. He was doing the same thing over and over again. That's why Jaron Duran got such a big jump.
Here's the pitch to Raffy, foul back to the screen. Kyle Hudson does such an awesome job of preparing the base runners for that exact thing.
So much homework. You know, and we had a third base coach named Brian Butterfield when I was here, and he was one of the best at finding little ticks, little things pitchers would do before they went home. Whether it was just a certain look or a certain movement with their hand or forearm, you could see it, and you pick out those things, and you can get an easy back.
So an RBI spot here for Devers, who was on pace to have a career high a season ago before he was limited with injury. 83 driven in a year ago. 1-2 with Duran at second. Here's the pitch. Raffy takes a ball. Curveball down and in. And it is 2-2. Isn't it amazing? This is his 8th consecutive opening day roster for Devers.
That was quick.
Blink of an eye. 67 walks a year ago, most on the club for Devers, too. 2-2. Seager behind Duran at second. The pitch is strike 3 called. A fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. Devers is rung up, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, so right there, he was purely fooled, right? All of Leiter's fastballs have been up in the zone or above, and all his breaking balls down have started in that exact spot where that fastball at the bottom was right there, and it literally just fooled Raffy Devers into thinking that's a curveball. There's no way that's a strike, and then boom, dart, strike 3.
More boos for Bregman. Chance for his first sort of signature moment. The pitch is right there. Fastball for strike. And so 0-1. Bregman struck out swinging his first time. He did have a very good at-bat lined out in the 8th inning yesterday. Duran will score on anything into the outfield. 0-0 in the third. Leiter throws. Bregman takes outside. He is really leaning on that fastball. It's 1-1.
He is, and when you see Alex Bregman, a hitter like that, take a fastball right down the middle first pitch, it tells me he's up there looking for the off speed, looking for the breaking ball. Didn't get it. You'll see if that approach changes as the at-bat goes on.
1-1 to Bregman, the pitch. Swing and a foul back. I think he'd like to have another look at that, but Leiter did get it just enough up at the top of the zone.
That was a healthy hack by Bregman.
Does that mean that Leiter's thinking something else here?
I mean, it would make sense, especially he doesn't have to be perfect. He can play around with this count. He has a base open.
1-2. Jaron leading at second. The pitch is outside. He went back to the fastball, but it stayed away from Bregman. 2-2.
I think the cat and mouse of baseball, he saw Bregman take that first pitch fastball, and he's thinking in the back of his head, he's hunting my breaking ball. I'm going to stay with the gas. But now at this point, it's just a fight.
2-2. Leiter steps off again. Blue Jays lead the Orioles 5-2 in the fifth. Yankees off today. Rays open up. They beat the Rockies 3-2. The pitch to Bregman, low and outside. And the count is full. That was a changeup from Leiter.
Bregman really did a much better job last season with breaking pitches. He hit those pitches really well on non-fastballs. Wonder if that has anything to do with this scouting report.
He has not moved in the right-handed batter's box. Glaring out at Leiter. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a high pop-up into shallow center field. Back goes Semien and Seager. And it's the Rangers shortstop there to make the play. Inning over. The Red Sox leave Duran aboard. Tanner Houck back to work after this. Scoreless bottom three on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. Let's do it again and get vaccinated, because we're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit VaxAssist.com and schedule a vaccine today. Sponsored by Pfizer.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tanner Houck back to the mound. First time facing Jonah Heim, the left-handed hitting Ranger catcher. He takes sweeper that missed outside for ball one. Heim and Higashioka will split the duties behind the plate this year for Bruce Bochy. A big swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
That's a pitch right there that I think is so important for Tanner Houck. That backdoor slider to left-handed batter. So hard to pull the trigger on it.
1-1. Big swing and a miss. Sinker there. That's quite a combo, and it's 1-2.
That's it. They just tunnel. They play off of each other. They come out in the same spot. One breaks into the zone. One breaks out of the zone. And it does it so late that decision-making point for a hitter, you have to guess almost at times.
1-2. Heim, down offensive year a season ago, did make 113 starts, but batted only .220. Switch hitter. 1-2. Foul back to the screen. That was a sinker that I think a little bit further up than Houck wanted, but just a foul ball, and it stays 1-2. You talked long with Andrew Bailey before the game today about Tanner, the spring that he had. It was not good, but Andrew was not concerned. The 1-2, high drive into right field. Abreu at the warning track looks up, and it is gone. Jonah Heim goes deep, a little hanger from Houck, and it's 1-0 Rangers.
A slider from Houck right there. To your point, it hung up in the zone. Heim caught it out front. It almost looked like it fooled him a touch, but he just stayed through the ball just enough and one-armed it out. I mean, it left by a foot maybe, but still counts the same.
Here is Leody Taveras. He takes the first pitch ball, a fastball. That will infuriate Houck in a 1-2 count. Way too much of the zone. Here's a pitch that's high. So a little wobble here from Tanner after the homer. A splitter missed, and it's 2-0. Rangers are going to hit home runs this year. 2-0. He is a little bit outside. They're hoping to be much healthier this season. But really, 1 through 9, they can all leave the yard. Big part of the formula that has everybody so excited about this Rangers team. Tanner still shaking his head on the mound. He is not happy. He's behind Taveras, the 9-hole hitter. 3-0 the pitch. There's a strike. He needed that. And it's 3-1. Tanner's next one just on the outside corner. Borderline pitch goes his way, and it's 3-2. Sox baseball brought to you by your New England Ford dealers in the F Series, America's best-selling trucks. 3-2. That's outside ball 4. So you don't like that from Houck. Leadoff homer to the 8-hole hitter, and now a walk into the 9 spot ahead of the real Thunder at the top of the Rangers lineup.
Yeah, he fought his way back into that count, made some good pitches to get to the full count. That one just barely missing. Taveras not biting on it.
Second walk, he's thrown 40 pitches, and here now Marcus Semien, who before the AB is going to ask for time. Now, Tanner was not engaged with the rubber. He is now, so I don't think they actually used Semien's time. 1 on, none out, a run in. The pitch, swinging a ground ball to third. Bregman's got it to second for 1. Campbell to first, 2, double play. Little bit low by Christian, but beautifully done by Bregman, 2 away.
It was. That's not an easy turn for a third baseman. It wasn't a hard hit ball. It's a bouncer to his left. But with the speed of Taveras, you got to get rid of this ball quick. So Bregman on the run, kind of sidearm to Campbell, but hit Campbell right in the chest. Nice turn, and all of a sudden, Tanner Houck's feeling a lot better about this inning.
Just what the doctor ordered. Here's Seager. He takes a little bit outside ball 1. Alex Kora made some news today. He was pressed on Devers at third base, and Alex said he's not going to play there, ever. He's going to be the DH. 1-0 is a ground ball. Tanner's got it right on the mound. He will glove and flip underhand over to first. So a leadoff bomb, but a nice recovery by Tanner. More on Devers, the DH, when we return. 1-0 Rangers, 4th inning next. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. 1 click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Culture evolves at the speed of light, just like your financial needs. When it comes to your money, Credit Karma keeps you in the know and ahead of the game. You can count on Credit Karma to keep up with your financial needs as they evolve. We'll help you monitor your progress and give personalized recommendations so you can make strides towards your goals and find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on. Download the app today.
Hi, this is Tristan Casas. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Tristan Casas leads it off in the fourth inning, 1-0 Rangers. It's been sort of a pitcher's duel here on the second day of the season. Tristan grounded out to short his first time. He swings violently and misses at a 96-mile-an-hour sinker, and it's 0-1. What a beautiful double play turn by Bregman, Campbell, and Tristan in that third inning. The pitch is a ball, a little bit high. The infield defense early returns are great, Will.
Honestly, as a pitcher, you just have to be so comfortable making certain pitches, especially Tanner Houck with that sinker-slider combo. Just put the ball on the ground, and these guys are eating it up.
1-1 is on the ground to first. Berger to his left, flips to Leiter on the bag. And there's one away. The Texas Rangers wearing their City Connect uniforms here tonight on a Friday night. I wouldn't rank these near the top of the league. White shirts, blue pants, sort of almost a cursive TXR logo on the lid.
Almost has like a calligraphy look to it, right? It's different. Old school. I want to see the Sox new ones.
Ooh, green, like the monster.
I love that.
Sam Kennedy said they're going to be controversial, which is great. I'll wear one. Come on. They're sticking with the yellows, too, at times. Here's Story lining one on a ground ball to third. Backhanded over there by Young. He throws to first, but not in time. That was back of the bag, and Story moving well. He is running well to start the season. He's got a knock with one out in the fourth.
Yeah, good contact on this ball right over the third base bag. Young is so good. He has such good range for a big-bodied third baseman and a really good arm on top of that. But the speed of Trevor Story just beating this one out.
Here's Christian Campbell, who got, for sure, at worst, his second big league hit. Maybe his first, his last time.
So does he get to keep both? How does that work?
It's sort of like a condition. It's like a provisional ball in golf, right? He's got both on the mantle. So here's Campbell. Wonder if Trevor's thinking about going here. Leiter sets and not running. The pitch is high. We're so early in this season, but yesterday we tracked everything these days, and Christian Campbell already in the top 10 in all of baseball in bat speed at the plate.
It's a good sign. Something that makes him very special. That's why he hits the ball so hard when he makes contact.
1-0 with Trevor at first. A throw that way, and Trevor, not much of a lead. He dives back in head first.
So Leiter's a guy that's really tough to run on. We talked about earlier, fastballs up high are really easy for catchers to throw on, and he throws a lot of those.
1-0. Story stole a bag yesterday. Bigger lead. Now he's going. The pitch is taken for a ball to throw. Not in time. Foot first slide for Story. 2 games, 2 steals. And he's in scoring position for Christian Campbell.
And picked a perfect pitch to run on. That wasn't the fastball. This was a slider at 88, down and away from Campbell. Not as easy for Heim to make a catch and throw on. Perfect execution by Trevor Story.
Well, and really good patience, I think, from Campbell to give him a pitch to run on. 1-1. The pitch is right there. Beauty. Borderline, actually. Slider called a strike, and it's 1-2. Now, Hunter Wendelstedt, not exactly revered for his balls and strikes behind the plate. He's got the home plate duties here today. 1-2 to Campbell. Story dancing around at second. The pitch is outside. Do you think it takes time with some of these old school umpires to get calls as a rookie?
It did when I was coming up. You know, Joe West, I remember him go, I stepped in the box in Kansas City, my first time there with him behind the plate, and he goes, be ready to swing the bat, kid.
With a draw. 2-2. Campbell drives one up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Story didn't read it well. He will hold and go to third. It was behind him. The infield was pinched to the bag to keep him close. Campbell's 2 for 2, and the Sox have him at the corners.
Yeah, tough read for Trevor Story. First off, great swing, great at bat by Christian Campbell. Spitting on some tough sliders down and away, getting a pitch right there, 97 up and in, driving up the middle. Simeon was pinched up the middle, to your point, Will, and that's a tough read for a base runner. You don't want to run into an out in a close game like this, so that was the read that Trevor had to make there.
It came in at 98, went out at 100. Campbell, 2 straight hits here today, and now the Red Sox have Wilyer Abreu at the plate. Runners at first and third, and 1 out. You got to get the run in from third.
I mean, why not, right? Why not? Go for it.
Leiter throws. Wilyer swings and misses a big sinking fastball. He was thinking tank, and it's 0-1.
He was aiming for that Dippin' Dot stand about 500 feet away in right center.
My 6-year-old is always aiming for the Dippin' Dot stand.
Same in my house.
I don't know about the bang for buck for those. 0-1 for Wilyer. First and third, the pitch. Swing and a looper, foul on the third base side. So here we go now, Will. I mean, Wilyer had the 2 home runs. He's got a hit today. A walk, rather. And now, though, 2 strikes, runner at third. Got to find a way to put it in play.
This is where the mentality has to shift for this to be a winning ball club. Way too many strikeouts last season. 91 games with 10 strikeouts or more as a team. Right now, find a way with Wilyer's speed. Just put the ball in play.
Yeah, and you got foot speed on the bases, too, especially Story at third. 0-2. Double play depth behind Leiter. Here's the pitch. And low with a changeup. And it's 1-2.
And honestly, I'm okay with Campbell running here. With the ball in play, it does keep you out of a double play. And if not, you get to a 2-2 count with runners at second and third.
Risky with how much Wilyer does tend to swing and miss. 1-2, 1-0 Rangers. Big moment here. The pitch is high. Well, he sort of leaned towards second, and maybe Leiter thinking along with you. That was another one of those high fastballs giving Heim a chance to throw.
Alex Kora's, look, he's looking at who's been hot, who's swinging the bat well. Obviously, it's been one game, but Wilyer is a prime example of a hot bat right now. You don't want to run into outs.
2-2. They play him to pull on the infield. Here it is. Swing and a drive into center field. Base hit. Abreu does it again in Texas. Story scores. Campbell over to third with a head-first dive. Stay caliente, Wilyer. It's 1-1.
6 at-bats, 6 times on base. No big deal. I'll just start my season like that. Unbelievable at bat against a really tough arm in Leiter. He's thrown a good fastball today and just puts the bat on the ball with 2 strikes. You love to see it.
Wow. Mike Maddox to the mound to discuss things here with Leiter. The Red Sox have a glorious opportunity with Connor Wong to take the lead here. So now, let's see. He is 9 for 15 with 5 homers. On base all over the place. He loves this ballpark.
And 12 RBIs. No big deal. Is that good?
Was there a ballpark like that for you in your career?
Oh, gosh. Got me thinking now. I mean, there wasn't one that I was that hot at. I mean, there were places like Dodger Stadium I loved to hit at. Yankee Stadium, I saw the ball really well. I got up for those Yankees series, right? The rivalry and the teams we had.
You got Mariano in your book and Pettit too. Series you had.
Pamphlet. I don't know. I don't want to say book.
Here's Connor Wong, another spot where contact really matters. First and third, tie game. The pitch is up and in, a fastball. So now Leiter's thrown 69 pitches and a little bit on the ropes here.
It's also, a nice feeling when you can, even this early in the season, look at this team. Oh, they're down. Yeah, no big deal. They're not out of it.
There's a real fight in him. The 1-0 swing and a foul. Man, I think Connor would like another look at that. That was a fastball right in the heart of the plate. Back to the screen, 1-1. So Wilyer has tied the game. Christian Campbell, great speed to get over to third. He leads there. Abreu at first. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Wong takes a ball outside. We take 10 seconds for station ID. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI Studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
1-1 the score, but the Red Sox thinking big here. First and third, a hitter's count for Connor Wong, the pitch. Swinging a chopper toward third. Seager backhands to second for one. Relay to first in time, double play. And the inning is over. That is the last thing the Sox were looking to do. But Williard ties the game. We go to the bottom of the fourth. More Tanner Houck after this. 1-1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. It smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went...
I'm so excited.
Yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and Emily summed it up like so.
It is just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
This spring, do life simpler and get smart home essentials during Spring Starts event at the Home Depot. Find everything you need to bring more convenience, entertainment, and security to your home. Explore a wide selection of smart home tech like cameras, doorbells, thermostats, lights, and more. With 5 days left of the Spring Starts event, transform your home during Spring Starts event at the Home Depot. Product varies by store. See store for details.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
White Langford to lead it off for the Rangers in a tie game in the bottom of the fourth. Tanner Houck continues. He throws, and Langford right there. Fastball, strike one. Fourth inning, brought to you by Cars for Kids. The easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today, and your car can be picked up tomorrow. CarsForKids.com. That's Cars with a K. The one is high and deep into left field. Duran back at the track is there to make the play. That thing kind of died a little bit off the bat because it was hit well, but good thing for Houck and the Red Sox, one away.
Yeah, that sinker in off the plate, all on the hands of Wyatt Langford. Still strong enough to hit it out there pretty deep, though.
Here's Jock Peterson, longtime teammate of Walker Buehler with the LA Dodgers. So fun talking to Walker these last couple of days. And, of course, this ballpark for both of them has a lot of memories. The COVID year World Series championship in this remote site as Peterson takes strike one of the outside corner.
I've totally blacked 2020 out of my mind, honestly.
I think a lot of us have. The 0-1 is high in the air to center field, right at Cedon. He takes one step back to his right there to make the play. I think Buehler told me that he spent something like 23 consecutive nights in the hotel here, and in that time, even though filled with so much joy where they won their first World Series since the Kirk Gibson season, they were just trapped in the hotel. And in fact, when they went home with all the worries about COVID, they had to stay home for 2 weeks as Adolis Garcia, no parade, takes a fastball outside for ball one.
Remember, Justin Turner, after the game, had a positive test, and they told him, hey, you can't hang out with your team and celebrate.
He did not listen.
Did not listen.
1-0, the pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Crazy times.
It does feel like kind of a distant memory.
Good.
And I think it was so important for the Dodgers to do it again last year. 1-1 pitch. It's chopped foul. Ohtani hit another home run last night. They're now 3-0 are the Dodgers.
How many games do they win
this year?
I worry about because there's some pitch limits on some of their guys. They're only going to get so many innings.
Well, they got some options. The 1-2 is a little bit high. I mean, they bring in Sasaki. Back comes Glass now. You got so many people with Yamamoto and all of the guys
Ohtani
they've got.
And May, likely.
Amazing. 2-2 with 2 down, bases empty. The pitch, swinging a foul. I mean, it's the kind of roster, Will, that could challenge the Mariners for the all-time record.
If they don't, who will, right? They are absolutely loaded.
I think the question, the challenge for Dave Roberts will be what the Rangers and Bruce Bochy faced last year. You do lose a little bit of the edge as the reigning champs. 1-1 the score here. 2-2 the count. Pitch fouled back to the screen.
Very well executed sinker right there, in on the hands of Garcia. Good job to foul it off by him, but if he puts that ball in play, his bat's in pieces.
We're still past the 110th pitch of this game. The 2-2, very close, but a ball yanked a little bit by Houck. Brought to you by 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill. 110 Grill is proud to be an official partner of the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. 3-2. There it is. Up in it, did it hit him? He fell out of the way. It was close. He was spooked by it. Either way, Garcia's aboard.
I mean, that was so close, he could probably smell it. Didn't get him, but man, it was real close to his chin.
So now that's 2 walks to Garcia, 3 overall for Houck. That will frustrate him again. And why is he pointing the dugout? Is that?
He said home plate umpire said it's 3 is what he just said to the dugout.
Really?
I had it as 4.
That is ball 4. I mean, I don't know what we're doing here. Bruce Bochy is going to come out and talk. That is ball 4, period.
Should never make Bochy come out unless he has to. Looks like it hurts.
And this is something they're going to ask the umpires to come together and discuss things here. I think they've got New York on the phone to sort of
It falls
celebrate.
into the
It's challengeable, and
yes.
it is. It's walk. It's ball 4. That's sort of embarrassing for Hunter Wendell's stat. It's kind of the job to remember how many balls and strikes there are. We've got such a new wave, a younger generation of umpires that have really kind of elevated things behind the plate. Here's Jake Berger running aboard with 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. Houck throws. Ground ball to third. Foul. Bregman back to the bag has it. Its own 1.
So many marketing and sponsorship opportunity for Jake Berger. I mean, it would just be a dream of mine.
Especially down here. Whataburger.
Right? Oh, my goodness. I'd be 280.
People in Texas love Whataburger. The 0-1 is high in the air into right center field. Cedon back toward the track will call off Abreu. He's got room. He's there to make the play. Inning is over. I'll take a double-double any day. 1-1, we go to the 5th inning. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. 1 click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders, and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Here comes Cedar Rafael leading off the top of the fifth. We are tied at 1. Sox and Rangers, day 2 of the year. Jack Leiter's thrown 72 pitches, nearing the end of his day. The pitch to Cedar is grounded on the left side. Seager's got it on the second up. He throws to first in time, and Rafaela is retired. On the Subaru of New England's scoreboard, Juan Soto has hit his first Mets home run. It was an absolute blast. 3-0 Mets at last look with so much to love. You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Metropolitans are across the state in Houston. It's 3-1 after 4. Here's Jarren Duran, who ripped a base hit at 111 his last time here. Takes a curveball outside for ball 1. What a tone setter Duran was a year ago. Leiter over his head. He throws. Jarren takes high, ball 2.
It's a matter of time before Jarren gets going. Never really looked super great in spring training. Obviously, these guys are working on things and little tinkerings with their mechanics.
He did heat up late in camp. The 2-0 is ripped on the ground, but right at Semien on one hop. Jarren beating it down the line, but Semien beats him by a step. I mean, that's absolutely breathtaking speed. That's a hard hit one hopper to second, and Duran makes it a close play.
In no way should that be a close play. Most guys are out by 4 steps as hard as that ball was hit right at the second baseman. Semien goes back, takes a nice drop step, turns and throws, but I think right at the last second he went, oh, I got to throw this a little bit harder with him blazing down there.
Just always pressure on the defense. Be a good time right now for Raffy's first hit. 2 down, bases empty. The pitch, swing and a miss. You never see him that late. I mean, he missed that fastball by a ton. Kind of offered at it with the ball in the glove of the catcher, Heim. So it's 0-1. He's 0 for 6 to start the year with 5 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1. Low. I don't want to hear from people who think this has anything to do with a move to designated hitter. He didn't have a lot of time in spring training. That's a more legitimate discussion to have. But again, with Raffy, it's always just right around the corner. 1-1 is foul back to the screen. That was a little more balanced, but that's a changeup that he hammers when he's right.
Absolutely, yeah. He's had some mistakes over the last couple days. Over the middle of the plate, pitches you just don't see Raffy Devers miss. The timing was, and the balance looked really good right there.
Well, he usually destroys off speed more than just about any hitter in the game. 1-2, the pitch. High with a fastball. You thought they might go there. They did, and it's 2-2.
Just right now, if I'm Jack Leiter, you don't need to throw Raffy anything other than fastballs up in the zone. He has not shown you he can turn one around.
Remember the Houston series where they threw him 50 in a row? 2-2. Here it is. Devers takes outside. It was a fastball that missed, so now 81 pitches thrown by Jack Leiter. Don't you think they go back to heat here?
I would. He just has not shown the ability to catch up.
Bullpen not going for the Rangers. 3-2 to Devers, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He was badly fooled there by a fastball right there. And that is 0 for 7 with 6 strikeouts for Devers. We go to the bottom of the 5th, tied at 1 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks. Big news! The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to vaxassist.com and schedule today. That's vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Christian Arcand Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Josh Young to lead it off against Tanner Houck in the bottom of the 5th. Tie game. Pitch right there. He's thrown a lot of first pitch strikes tonight as Tanner. Only 58 pitches here to lead off this 5th inning. Young lined out to center his first time. The pitch. Chopper toward third. Fair ball backhanded by Bregman. One hop throw picked over there at first by Casas. Beauty on both ends. And there's one away.
It really is. You know, Bregman will probably tell you if I don't get that there in the air, I want to give Tristan Casas a longer short hop. But he did have to get rid of the ball quick. It was on target, and Casas made a really nice pick down low.
Bregman is just beautiful to watch at third base.
That's what a Gold Glover looks like.
We've seen it from afar, and it is fantastic to have him with the Red Sox. Here's Jonah Heim, who drives one high and deep in a right center field. He's done it again. Back toward the Texas bullpen. Gone. Second home run, and it is 2-1 Texas. Another pitch right in the middle of the zone, and Heim blasted it.
Just an ambush on the sinker right there, 94 miles an hour. Lower third in the zone, but Heim hits the low ball so well with that long swing through the zone. He hooked a slider out for his first one, that one a fastball.
So 2-1 Texas. Here now is Leody Taveras, the 8-hole hitter for the Rangers. 2 big flies and Texas leads. For the love of a mouth-watering tender roast, heard at Shaw's and Star Market right now as a line drive up the middle is into center field. Cedon plays the first hop. So the bottom of the order doing damage against Tanner Houck here tonight. They keep it going here in the bottom of the 5th. You use the digital coupon. Limit 2 Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Looked like Heim just went up there, guessed right. He's brimming with confidence.
After not getting the start on opening night, playing the matchup with Higashioka, he's like, you know what? Hey, I want to start playing me more.
On one out, here's the leadoff man, Semien, and he takes a strike on the inside corner, sort of a front door sweeper, and it's 0-1. Doing his Wilyer Abreu impression tonight. 1 pitch, a little bit low and outside. 1-1.
Taveras definitely a threat to attempt a steal here. Kind of trying to time his jump on that last pitch. Didn't get it right, so he stayed at first.
Rangers already with 1 steal here tonight. Throw to first, sort of a sidearm fling from Houck. Last year, Taveras stole 23 bags in 151 games. It can be an issue for Tanner. He's not the fastest guy to the plate out of the stretch. Working from the first base side. He's running. Tanner doesn't look. No chance. Swing and a miss. And Taveras easily steals the bag. Is that too predictable from Tanner?
It seemed that way. He started falling into a pattern with his looks to first base. Even after the pick right before that, if it had been just a touch earlier, Houck would have had time to step off and get him in a rundown.
So now Taveras at second base. 1-2 is softly grounded foul off the front foot of Semien. He's in some pain. Appears to be okay. It stays 1-2. Code word of the game, Globe Life Field, all mashed into one. Globe Life Field, sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. How long will it feel real pain when you foul one off your foot?
Well, it depends on where you hit, right? And how hard you hit it. There's certain parts of your foot you hit in the arch or like off the top of your toes. You feel it for a couple innings.
Sean Armstrong, the right-hander, is up in the Rangers bullpen. 1-2 is very close. Good pitch, but taken by Semien. 2-2.
Yeah, that was a much better two-strike pitch right there. A put-away slider, but Semien doesn't bite.
Sox have some action going in their bullpen. I think it's Brennan Bernardino or Justin Wilson going. 2-2 with one down. Here's the pitch. High fly into right center field. Long run back into his left for Cedon. Onto the warning track. He will get there and make the play. Tagging at second is Taveras. And they're 2 away. That is Bernie out there in the bullpen. And now here comes one of the key at-bats of the whole game. And in some ways, as Andrew Bailey comes out, you'd have to think, Will, that the conversation here is, look, Seager's the most dangerous hitter in their lineup. He's a lefty. We got 2 bags open. You're nearing the end of your day. There's no reason to give in to Seager here.
Right, and you're looking at the numbers, and then, yes, you dig into the analytics and the metrics and say, who do we rather face here? Do we kind of pitch around Seager and attack Wyatt Langford? You'd think that's probably the case.
Langford is grounded into a double play and fly to left. Seager has an infield hit, and he's bounced out to the pitcher. But he's one of the elite hitters in the whole sport. So you got to pick your battles here.
Well, last year, Houck was actually much better against lefties than he was righties.
2 down, a run in. The pitch is a little bit low. That's what he's going to do. He's going to be very delicate here. That was a splitter, and it's 1-0. Andrew Bailey visits the mound less than just about any pitching coach in the game. 2-1 Rangers, 1-0. Tanner throws, and Seager fouls it off. That was another splitter, so he's going to say, all right, here's my secondary best stuff. See if you can get me.
And that's the thing. You have to stay down to Seager. He hits the pitch up really well. And Houck doesn't have the amount of gas to blow it past him.
Ball 1 strike. Here it is. Line drive into left field. Down the line. Foul. Wow. That was close. Another splitter, 3 in a row, and it's 1-2.
Another splitter really just cued off the end of the bat. Just kind of floated down the line. You're hoping, come on, don't let him get away with that. He didn't hit that well. Tanner made a good pitch. Luckily goes foul by about 5 feet.
And this is one where you got to trust Connor Wong big time. 1-2. Pitch is way high with a fastball because this is a spot. I mean, Seager's a really disciplined hitter. He's elite, but you'd love to be able to bury one and trust Wong to smother it.
Of course, you've already shown him 3 splits. Do you go back?
2-2. Way down the line, Taveras. The pitch is very close, but a ball. Another splitter, and it's 3-2. I mean, Leody Taveras is halfway down the third base line.
Yeah, the pitch I would love here is that backdoor slider. Freeze him up. See if you can lock him up.
Houck is ready. The 3-2. There it is. Strike 3 called a splitter on the corner. Beauty. And the inning is over. The Rangers do, though, get a home run from Jonah Heim. And we go to the 6th in Arlington. 2-1 Texas on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
You may want to be sitting down for this. ADT, a leader in home security, is teaming up with Google, a leader in technology, for a deal that's twice as nice. That's twice the peace of mind, twice the next-gen protection. Now you can stand up. With this deal, you can keep tabs on your home from virtually anywhere. Go for a run or a date night, or just stay home and feel the protection wash over you. Cozy, right? Get all the details at ADT.com. When every second counts, count on ADT.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
Hey, it's Alex Bregman. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Sean Armstrong going to pitch for the second straight day. Struck out a couple last night. Here he sees Alex Bregman in the top of the sixth. 2-1 Texas. With Bregman, then Casas, followed by Trevor Story. Looking to do some damage here. The pitch right there on the corner. Strike one from Sean Armstrong. Bregman has struck out and popped out today. 0-1. Swinging a ground ball up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. So the tying run is aboard in the sixth. Seeing eye single for Bregman, who really of late has been fighting it at the plate.
He has. He had a hard hit ball to right field late in the game yesterday. That had to really help him feel a little more confident. But something else that makes him feel a lot more confident is Leiter and that fastball are out of the game. It's got to be a lot easier to see the ball out of Armstrong's hand.
Yeah, Leiter was really, really good. The Rangers thrilled with his 5 innings, 1 run on 5 hits. And here now is Casas. 0 for 2 today. Double play depth behind the right-hander Armstrong. The pitch is a strike. Didn't have to be. That looked low.
That's way down, Will. That's way down.
We've had bad zones for 2 nights.
That's not even remotely close.
Casas should have walked in the 9th inning last night before the heroics for Abreu, and that's just an awful miss by Hunter Wendelstedt. Awful. 0-1. Hope he doesn't get over anxious. The pitch is another strike. That one was in there, but now you blink and it's 0-2. Alex Bregman, the tying run at first base. Trevor Story is out on deck. Usually 0-2. Casas asks for time. He does here. Back into the left-handed batter's box. 0-2 to Tristan. Here's the pitch. Low. The cutter. It's 1-2. League leaders in who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James. Well, I mean, Wilyer Abreu leads the universe in everything important. Of course, the Dodgers and Cubs played those extra 2 games in Japan. 2 homers, 5 driven in. 1-2 the pitch. Inside to Tristan. That's a very good take, and it's 2-2.
And Armstrong, he doesn't have a lot of off speed. It's 4-seam, it's a cutter, it's a sinker, everything between about 90 and 94. It's just which way is that fastball moving you have to lock in on.
2-2 to Casas with Bregman at first. Here it is. Tristan swings and misses very late on a cutter, and he is gone. And there's 1 away.
Yeah, that's kind of an E-swing, right? An emergency swing with 2 strikes. That cutter started off the plate, kind of on the chalk line of the batter's box, cuts back right to the corner. And as a batter in that situation, you're thinking, man, can I just get a seam and just foul it off and stay alive?
So here now, Trevor Story. He had a base hit and a pop out in this game. 1 on, 1 out. Sox trailing by a run. The pitch. Swinging a high fly foul on the right field line. Miguel Amaya, again, he was in Japan for those first few games with the Dodgers. He's got 6 runs batted in, but right behind him, Wilyer Abreu with 5 and Cedric Mullins the same. See the O's beginning Monday in Charm City.
He had 6 homers as a team yesterday.
Crush the Blue Jays. Runner goes, and a soft ground ball on the right side that might beat the defense. Semien back to his left. He'll throw to first, and it is just in time to get Story by half a step. That was excellent there by Marcus Semien. Bregman was off with the pitch. Semien went to cover the bag, then a soft ground ball to first, base side, and he was able to backtrack, get there, and just get the throw there in time to beat Story.
It looked like Trevor was looking for that cutter that Armstrong loves to throw. Ended up being the 2-seamer and sawing him off.
So here now, Christian Campbell, who's already got a base hit today. 2 of them, actually. Right-handed hitter. Chance to tie the game or more. The pitch is a fastball for a strike. Drains by James is Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining at drainsbyjames.com. They give a poop about your pipes. 0-1 to Campbell. Bregman at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, he took a huge rip at a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-2.
Once again, 2 strikes. Find a way to put this ball in play. Give yourself a chance.
Tying run at second, 0-2. Here it is. Swing and a foul. He barely stayed alive, and for the second time, he launches the bat on the follow-through back to the netting behind him.
You know, we heard he thought he was going to have a roommate in Mexico, but what they should also tell him is here in the big leagues, pine tar is actually free. They hand it out.
He's told Alex Kora in the most beautifully naive way he didn't realize he wouldn't have a roommate. He didn't understand the Red Sox had their own team playing. Hard to not love this kid. 0-2. The pitch. Outside. Sinker. And it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Simeon playing up the middle, so Bregman not able to get a huge secondary lead to try to score on a single. Simeon's so close to the bag.
1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball 92 up and in, and the Red Sox leave Bregman in scoring position. I think Tanner Houck's going to stay in the ball game, although the bullpen door is swinging open. We'll see. Bottom 6 rather is next. 2-1 Rangers in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
In a Toyota truck, the world was made for adventure. Do you hear them? Calling to you. Mountains blistered by ice. Newly formed ground forged from rock. Unstoppable forces and immovable objects colliding, creating something new. Earth and all its potential wonder. Outlast, outlive Toyota trucks.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Tanner Houck does stay in the game. A first pitch misses to Wyatt Langford, a sweeper for ball 1. 2-1 Rangers. Game 2 of the season. Tanner throws. Langford takes a ball outside. Here's 2-0 bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Most everybody available to 2-0 is fouled on the first base side, although Garrett Whitlock, who went 2 innings last night, was so good. He's down for 2 days, and Alex Kora told us, Will, that that's the plan to start the season. 2 innings, and then he's down for 2.
Yeah, later in the season, probably just 1 day he'll miss, but coming off of that elbow surgery.
2-1 is a liner over Story and into left field. Saw the leadoff man aboard for the Rangers here in the 6th. I asked Craig Breslow about that. He said, we just want to play it super safe. I mean, he's such a weapon as Whitlock, and they will be cautious early.
Of course, it's a long season, and you need them available for as many as possible.
Wyatt Langford, always a threat to run. The lead at home late. See if the Rangers feel a little aggressive here. Jack Peterson, the batter. Pitch is chopped out on the first base side. Langford had yet another spectacular spring for the Rangers. Last year in the big leagues, stole 19 bases over 134 games. Not going here as Peterson takes outside, and it's 1-1. Tanner would love a one-hopper to a middle infielder here. They're shaded up the middle. 1-1 is outside. Splitter. And it is 2-1.
He's gone to the split a lot today. More than we really saw him use it last year. He's throwing it in the sweeper about the same.
Peterson, a two-time All-Star, nearly a decade with the Dodgers. And Braves, Giants, Diamondbacks, and Rangers. 2-1 is way outside. So dicey moments here for Tanner Houck. It's 3-1. We'll get the bullpen up again. Might be Greg Weissert grabbing a baseball.
I think you're right.
You know what Peterson's thinking about right here. The 3-1 is up the middle and into the outfield, a base hit. Cedon plays it. Langford around second for third. The throw is in time. They got him. I think the Rangers will want to look. I thought Langford beat that tag. That was an absolute C by Rafaela on one hop. We'll see what the Rangers do. Wow. Bruce Bochy looking to the phone, and they're going to look at it. Real time, I thought he was safe at third.
I did too. It was a lot closer than I thought it would be, though.
Now, they're not going to let him. They think they took too long to challenge.
How you rarely see that.
Todd Titchener, the crew chief, I think he got that right. That was way too long to decide.
The clock was on 0. They do try to start it when they can at 15.
I'll tell you what, watching the replay, they might have had him anyway.
That's so close. You get a really, I'm trying to get a look here at the replay. His foot's in the air. I think he beat it. Wow. I do think he beat that, but what a play by Cedon to come in on a dead sprint, get rid of that ball that quick. Bregman placing himself on the inside of the baseline where he could catch it and throw the leather down right on the foot of Langford.
Wow,
you know
that is
what?
So close. I think they got the left leg.
It looked like he got his belt, like just touched it with the webbing of his glove just before the foot. That last replay showed us perfectly that he did get him.
What an enormous play by Rafaela. So it stays 2-1, and now 1 out with a runner at first. The pitch, swing, and a miss by Garcia. That changes the complexion of the whole game.
Of course, and we talk about Rafaela and his ability with the glove and to cover ground, but we don't talk nearly enough about the arm. Very accurate throw right there.
He did a ton of that in spring training. 0-1. Pitch, swing, and a miss. Man, he flailed at a sweeper there, and it is 0-2. I mean, it's hard not to dream about the outfield defense for the Red Sox this year. Rafaela, Abreu, and Duran. 0-2. Pitch just outside. He went back to the sweeper. It missed, and it's 1-2.
Well, last year, Rafaela in the 94th percentile in arm strength. Showing off the cannon right there.
Absolutely showed it. 1-2. Houck is ready. He throws outside. He's gone to that sweeper a lot. It missed. So Cedon threw that ball 97 miles an hour from center field.
Goodness gracious.
97.
On the money, too.
And it went 295 feet. Hello. 2-2 as Houck will step off. I mean, if the Red Sox come back and tie this game or go ahead, that's a play to remember.
100%.
2-1 Rangers. 1 out, 1 on in the 6th. Weissert continues to throw. The pitch is high in the air into left field. Towering fly. Duran comes in. He calls everybody off. He's there to make the play. 2 down. What a difference one defensive play can make.
Just kind of changed the whole momentum of this inning. As you're starting to look at it, there's a couple hits, some contact. All of a sudden you're thinking, oh no, here comes a couple runs this inning. Not so fast.
Andrew Bailey is on the phone talking to the bullpen. Here's the pitch, and it's lined down the left field line. Fair ball. This is real trouble. Duran over to the corner. It's a bad carom in front of him, and because of that, the Rangers are going to score another run. Duran's throw to Story. It comes home, not in time. Bad break for the Red Sox. Peterson scores on a missile down the left field line, and it's 3-1 Texas.
So Jarren Duran got there quickly. He didn't make it wasn't a misplay or a bad read or anything like that. We'll see if a replay will show us if that hit a door or something. Whatever it was, it didn't kick into the field of play towards the outfielder. It actually kicked back down the line towards third base. Really weird bounce off of the wall, and that's exactly what it is. There's almost suites and netting, like windows, field level down there where there are fans watching the game, and it caught the ledge of one of those windows and kicked back towards third base, allowing the runner to have time to score.
Really unfortunate break, but it was loud contact off the bat of Jake Burger. So the Rangers lead it 3-1. Greg Weissert going to make his season debut when we return. 2 outs. And a run in for the Rangers. They lead 3-1 in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
Now Greg Weissert is going to try to contain the damage here. The Rangers lead it 3-1. Jake Burger, after an RBI double, is at second base. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI. And the Boston Red Sox got to stem the tide here. Josh Young, a right-handed hitter, to face Weissert, who in 62 games with the Sox last year pitched to a 3.72 ERA, particularly strong in the first half. Right on right, pitch right there, fastball for a strike on the outside corner.
Weissert had a very successful spring training, I thought. He looked really good. He had one bad outing there towards the end where he gave up a couple runs, but fastball, very good sweeper we know of, and then he was adding a changeup. He was throwing more in spring training than he did last year.
He really was lethal. In Florida, the 0-1. Line drive into center field. That's a base hit. The Rangers are going to get another one, although Rafaela comes up throwing toward the plate. Tag not in time. Foot first slide there for Burger, and it is 4-1 Rangers. That's a strong throw again from Cedon. Because of it, Young is all the way up to second base. Now this game's getting away from the Red Sox a little bit here in the sixth.
Now, easy to look back and say, oh, you should have cut that ball off and kept the base runner at first base. But with 2 outs, there's no double play to keep in order, and that was somewhat close at home plate.
A real 2-out rally here for the Rangers. That's their 4th hit of the inning. 3 of them against Houck. Here's Jonah Heim, who's got 2 homers tonight. Pitch. High drive down the left field line, slicing toward the pole. Back on it, Duran, and he is there to make the play in foul ground. And at last, the inning is over. But it hurt for the Red Sox. 2 in for Texas. 4-1 after 6 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
This is the sale you've been waiting for. The Macy's Spring VIP sale is here. Exclusive savings on the season's most loved brands, with an extra 30% off Avec Les Filles, Karl Lagerfeld, DKNY, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty essentials from MAC, Armani Beauty, and too many others to mention. So get to the Macy's Spring VIP sale now and shop brands you love at prices you'll love even more. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks. Big news! The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again, because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to vaxassist.com and schedule today. That's vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Top of the 7th here in Arlington. Wilyer Abreu comes to the plate. 2-run 6th inning by the Texas Rangers, taking the lead now 4-1. Nice to see if Wilyer can stay hot with the bat.
Mark Church is on out of the bullpen. Abreu to lead it off, then Wong and Rafaela. 4-1 Texas. The pitch to Wilyer, misses inside for ball 1. This is a totally revamped bullpen for Texas. This guy's got a huge arm, does Church. Pitched in 20 minor league games a season ago. Made his first opening day roster. 1-0 the pitch. Swinging a ground ball into right field. Why not? A base hit. Wilyer Abreu will not be retired to begin 2025. He's aboard for the 7th consecutive time, and he leads it off with a hit.
It's getting a little silly, right? Like, baseball's not that easy. Or maybe it is for Willie. A good swing. Didn't crush this. Got in on the hands, but everything he touches turns to gold or hit.
Well, and Alex Kora made the point. He had more at-bats than just about anybody. He did them on the back fields, but he really grinded out there. He told me today, a lot of them against sort of like AAA type pitchers. Here's Connor Wong, the pitch, fouled on the first base side. This would be a huge spot for Connor to get going. Alex told us before the game today, Carlos Narvaez will play for the first time tomorrow. So too David Hamilton. Interesting to see how the rest of the lineup sort of shakes out. I promise you Abreu will be in there. 0-1, Wilyer at first. Here's the pitch. Wong takes one to the backstop, and Abreu late read, but he is into second base. It would just be enormous to even get one back here, Will.
Absolutely. Just put yourself in striking range, right? Put yourself where you can get a bloop and a blast and tie it up. A run here in the 7th, to your point, would be big.
3 would be good, too.
Yes, it would.
4-1 Texas.
It kind of has the feel with this ball club. It's like, who wants to be the hero tonight?
Well, you said that yesterday. I think it is so true. They will fight to the end. 1-1 the pitch to Wong. Way high, a fastball, 2-1. And again, this Ranger bullpen is a question mark.
There isn't one guy in their bullpen who was in their bullpen last season. All new pen.
2-1 inside, and it's 3-1. And Will, I would assume that the Red Sox and Pete Fatsi want Connor Wong right here to be very selective.
Of course, you're down. You can't tie it up with one swing. Make this guy throw you a strike.
Rafael is out on deck. 3-1. The pitch is inside, ball 4. The Red Sox have 2 on with nobody out here in the 7th.
And here we go. We start getting a little interesting here with this gritty ball club that even at this point in the season, this early, even seeing these guys in spring training, you're thinking, all right, they're always in it to the last out.
Mike Maddox comes to the mound. You know, what's so fascinating is Cedon has had huge clutch moments. He had a great rookie season. You would be a little tempted to go to David Hamilton in this spot, but he has not really played the outfield, and you'd have a lot of moving parts.
100%. I'm with you on that. And to your point with Cedon, he was that guy, especially during the first half of last season. There was a month and a half where he led the team in RBIs.
Well, and Alex Kora is so good at this, Will, where it's a long season, and he knows he's got to nurture a player, so he values the opportunity for a young guy to have a chance right here.
Yes.
So here we go. 2 on, nobody out. Tying run at the plate in the top of the 7th.
I'm still thinking, show me you can throw me a strike.
Here it is to Cedon. He swings and fouls it back. Man, he was geared up. Was that in the zone at 97?
The top inner quadrant of the strike zone. Good pass there by Rafaela, just a touch late.
Duran on deck. 2 on, nobody out. 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's high. Again, more patience needed for the Red Sox. It's 1-1.
And the last thing you want as a hitter right here is trying to hit a home run. It changes your swing. It makes you long through the zone.
1-1, fouled at his feet. Is that unspoken in a dugout in a spot like this where a guy is not throwing strikes? Or do you think Pete Fatsy's saying to these young hitters, be calm?
Oh, you're talking about it. Yeah, you are. You're like, be patient with this guy. Get him in your zone. He can be erratic. He does have good stuff. So you don't want to fall down 2-0 to him. Or 0-2, excuse me.
Love to put it in play here. 1-2 to Cedon. 2 on, none out the pitch. Swinging a high pop foul behind first base. Does Berger have room on the track? He does make the play. Just in front of the camera, well, back of the Rangers dugout. So Rafaela is gone. Huge first out for Church, and here comes Jarren Duran.
Yeah, I got a slider right there. Rafaela did just out front. A little off balance after the 97, 98 mile per hour heaters he saw earlier.
Well, now Bruce Bochy's coming out, and he's going to go to a left-hander to face Duran. But of course, Devers coming up after him. So Bruce Bochy, truly one of the all-time great bullpen managers, goes left on left. Huge spot in the 7th. 2 on, 1 out. Pitching change in Arlington. 4-1 Rangers in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
During this call to the bullpen, your New England Ford dealers remind you that this is the perfect time to check out all their great Ford truck offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on Ford F-150, built Ford tough and smarter than ever. The legendary Super Duty, our most capable heavy-duty pickup, and the turbocharged Ranger, ready for your next adventure. Visit buyfordnow.com and see why now's the time to buy or lease your new Ford truck.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Storrow Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Hobie Milner is the lefty for Bruce Bochy on here. And, of course, this is the one downside for the Red Sox in having Duran and Devers 1-2 in their order. 34-year-old left-hander who has been around the block a time or 10. Longtime Brewer, Angel, Ray, Philly. And he's got Jarren Duran with 2 on and 1 out in this 7th inning.
And it's a tough matchup. He is a sidearm. As sidearm comes left on left, it's starting behind you. Got to really, as a left-handed batter, keep that front side closed, stay through the baseball. Can't think too big against this guy.
2 on, 1 out. Duran today is 1 for 3. The pitch is perfect on the outside corner. Fastball, and it's 0-1. How does that change your approach against this side armor?
Well, first you have to change your sights to where the ball's coming out, and then you really want to try to stay the left center off.
0-1, the pitch. Swing and a line drive looping into left field. It will get down in front of Langford. Abreu had to hold at second, but Langford could not get there, so Williers able to scamper over to third. A little knuckle job, and the bases are loaded with one down.
Hey, at this point in the game, down 3 in the 7th, you'll take them however you can get them. Sinker right there, as you said, off the hands of Jarren Duran. Just kind of sits down soft right in front of Wyatt Langford. Good base running by Wilyer Abreu, making sure not to get doubled up right there.
Now, he did it in 2018, did Alex Kora. Can you imagine if he summoned someone like Rob Refsnyder right here for Rafi Devers? He will not. Devers will hit with the bases loaded and a fastball. He is in there for strike one. I mean, Rafi is 0 for 7 with 6 strikeouts to begin the year. No better time than now to break out. 0-1. Bregman on deck. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss so late on an 87-mile-an-hour fastball. And it is 0-2.
Every swing just seems like he's coming out of his shoes. I know when he's not going well, that tends to be the case.
So 0-2. Red Sox at every base. Here it is. Rafi takes outside. Sweeper. And it's 1-2.
I was hoping this at-bat would be an at-bat to force Rafi to think left field, left center, let the ball get deep, see it long, and maybe be the at-bat to get him locked back in.
He's absolutely at his best. The 1-2 is very close, but called a ball. It was outside. Bruce Bochy didn't love it, and it's 2-2. Four 1 Rangers. Bases loaded in the 7th with the bases.
Oh my goodness.
Here's a swing and a foul back to the screen. Devers got a sweeper that hung right there, and he just missed it.
That's twice today. Earlier, a changeup down the middle. He fouled back. As you said, pitches he just normally doesn't miss, but he's coming unglued, swinging so hard.
2-2. Pitch. Swinging a little looper, foul on the third base side over the dugout. Now to play, we take 10 seconds for station ID in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Base is loaded for Rafi Devers. 3-run deficit in the 7th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Blew him away with a fastball, and Devers is 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts to start the season. And now it falls to Alex Bregman.
89-mile-per-hour fastball, top of the zone. Rafi just not finding contact.
And a good time for Bregman's first big moment. Base is loaded. The pitch is a strike. He's greeted with boos again. A sweeper on the outside corner. And 1. Milner is ready. The pitch is outside, close, but it was a ball with a changeup. And it is 1-1.
Yeah, that changeup he will use primarily only against right-handed batters. He's got a pretty good one.
Bases loaded in the 7th. Sox trail by 3. The 1-1. Way outside. Sweeper. A hitter's count. 2-1 for Bregman.
Bregman got that knock in his last at bat. Hopefully that's has him feeling better at the plate.
He's 0 for 3 in his career against this pitcher, Hobie Milner. 2-1. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward third. Backhanded by Young. He comes up throwing. Two-hopper caught over at first. And the inning is over. The Red Sox leave them loaded. Stretch time in Texas. 4-1 Rangers on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
The Women's Hoop Show, a podcast hosted by me, Jordan Robinson, brings you fresh women's basketball voices every week. Find the Women's Hoop Show on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Raising Cane's is celebrating our golden birthday year. Join the party with golden chicken fingers and a limited edition golden blush puppy that benefits local pet organizations. Get yours while supplies last. See RaisingCanes.com for details. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were added, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington this year to experience our state-of-the-art kitchen showroom. At CCL Homescapes, our design team listens, understands your family's needs, and stays on the pulse of trends. We work with you to create a beautiful and efficient space that your family will enjoy for years to come. Our showroom is open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Go to cclco.com to learn more about how we can create the kitchen of your dreams. cclco.com.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, the Red Sox waste a huge chance in this 7th inning. A shot of Rafi Devers in the dugout. He looks just beside himself. His second game as the designated hitter. He is 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts. He's got the golden sombrero tonight. Struck out with the bases loaded and 1 down. Then Bregman grounded out. Greg Weissert continues in the game. We move into the bottom of the 7th. And Rafi's just not himself right now, Will.
He's not, and it's a timing thing. He's got to get started earlier so he's not rushing his swings. He needs to see the ball sooner.
Here is Leody Taveras. The pitch is a little bit outside. It is, again, one of Alex Kora's great strengths as a manager. He's going to lean into Rafi. He knows that there is some work to do for him this season. With all the drama around his move off of third base as the 1-0 misses outside. You're never going to pinch hit for him in that spot. You just can't do it.
The thing is, he needs to play his way through this. He needs to get his at-bats and find his timing.
2-0 to Taveras. The pitch is fouled off on the third base side. On the Subaru of New England scoreboard, the Blue Jays getting a little revenge tonight north of the border. 8-2 they lead. The O's do have the bases loaded. And on the top of the ninth at the Rogers Center, Weissert is ready. The 2-1 fouled back to the screen in that game. Clement has a couple runs driven in. Good start for Kevin Gossman. 6 solid innings. So much drama in Toronto to begin the season. Unable to extend Vlad Guerrero. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Taveras.
Supposedly they made another offer to Vladdy right before their first game of the season.
Do you know where he wants to be? On Lansdowne Street. 2-2 pitch is strike 3 called. He froze him with a beautiful fastball, and there's 1 away.
That sinker from Weissert, a little bit below the zone, but Hunter's called that a couple times tonight. You'll take it, absolutely, for a big first out.
Subaru New England scoreboard with so much to love. You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England, a lot to love event. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Bernardino back up in the bullpen. I guess maybe for Seager, who's on deck as a first pitch sinker. Misses a little bit low and away to Semien for ball 1. 4-1 Texas. And the Red Sox had the bases loaded in the top of this inning as a ground ball toward third. That is so smooth from Bregman. He gloves, throws to first in time. Balls to his left. He is elite, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, and, looking at Rafi Devers when he was a third baseman, straight at him and to the third baseline, he was good, but to his left, he didn't have any range at all. You see a big difference there with Bregman in the 6-hole.
Well, Alex Kora is coming out here. He's going to go to Bernardino to face Corey Seager. 4-1 Texas. So Bernie makes his big league debut when we come back to Arlington after this in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Storrow Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Brandon Bernardino going to make his debut as Mr. Brightside. That goes through Globe Life Field. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan, they've got an exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com today. Pretty good job by Greg Weissert, all things considered. He did give up the hits in his first inning of work, but of those runs charged to Tanner Houck, and now season debut for Brendan Bernardino.
Yeah, coming in to face Seager last year against lefties, a .215 batting average. Just such a tough at-bat with that slider, with that cutter, and then obviously that two-seamer that can run in on the hands.
I think you and I are both looking very much forward to a lot of nights this summer at Fenway Park when that song is playing. People are going crazy. Corey Seager against Bernardino. He got the news just before the Red Sox departed Mexico. He thought it was right there on the line, but with Liam Hendricks on the injured list, Bernardino had pitched 57 times a year ago. His first pitch cut fastball that misses outside for ball one. It is impossible to not root for Brendan Bernardino. Truly one of the great guys on the team. What a journey he's had. The 1-0 is hammered high and deep into left field. Duran back of the track. He will square up right there in front of the dirt to make the play. And the inning is over. He's always fearless, is Bernie. He went right after Seager, and we go to the 8th inning. Texas 4, Red Sox 1. It'll be Casas, Story, and Campbell. Hobie Milner, I think, continuing in the game on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle Grow organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another, and don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation, but then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
This is Christian Campbell. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
It's actually the right-hander Jacob Webb to pitch the 8th inning. You'll see Casas, Story, and Campbell for the Sox, who trail 4-1 in the top of the 8th. Casas 0 for 3 today and 0 for the season to start. He takes a pitch outside for ball 1, leading off the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat of Danvers and Millbury. 1-0 to Tristan, the pitch. Fouled off. Awkward looking, off balance swing in front of a changeup, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Jacob Webb has a very good changeup, which is effective against lefties. Lefties hit just 146 against him last year, and that changeup was the best pitch against left-handed batters.
We got Josh Smith in at third base now for the Rangers, placing Young. Spochi playing the matchups defensively with a lead. Tristan limited to just 63 games a year ago. The 1-1 swing and miss very late again on the changeup, and it's 1-2.
It's super interesting changeup. It looks just like his four-seamer. It comes out, it's so straight. It doesn't have any side spin or movement. It's just right there, different speed.
1-2. Casas takes high. Fastball 2-2. Sox had the table set. Bases loaded with 1 out. In the 7th inning, could not do it. Duran and Devers, then Bregman. And here now, 2-2 to Casas. The pitch. Swing and a foul. That was a more balanced swing by Tristan. Another changeup, and it's 2-2. If you're that late, kind of, on a changeup, what do you think Webb is thinking on the mound?
Yeah, he was a little more on time. He was very early the first couple. Tried to wait on that one. But if you're seeing that as a pitcher, you're thinking, I'm going to go upstairs with a fastball.
2-2. Here it is. Swing and a drive into right field. It'll hang up for Garcia. About 10 feet in front of the warning track. He saw nothing but changeups there. Casas just missed that one. There's one away. Will, I know it's only 2 games, but 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts. Raffy's got to be thinking about stuff in that dugout.
Of course. I mean, it's obviously the complete opposite of what Wilyer Abreu's doing and how good he's feeling, the confidence he's feeling. It's the complete opposite for Raffy Devers, and you're thinking, am I ever going to get a hit?
There's Trevor Story, who's 1 for 3 today. He fouls a fastball back to the screen. It's 0-1.
It's frustrating, too. You know, that 7th inning, you get them loaded with 1 out. You have the guys you want at the plate and just can't scratch a run. Frustrating.
Campbell on deck, then Abreu. You'd love to get some traffic here in the 8th. 0-1 pitch. Trevor fouls it off on the first base side. You have a very close relationship with Story. Will, what's his mentality coming into this year?
I think, you know, he hasn't said it, but I think he's feeling the pressure. Obviously, Marcelo Meyer had a really good spring training. Trevor himself isn't thinking about another player taking his spot, but he knows the games he hasn't played over the last 3 years and feels like he owes it to this organization and this fan base to be out there.
Such a competitor. 0-2 the pitch. Swinging a chopper toward third, but foul past Kyle Hudson.
He's truly one of the most competitive people, one of the most athletic human beings I've ever seen. And just the frustration of these awful injuries he's had to endure the last few years. It's frustrating. That's the only way to put it.
0-2. Pitch is a chopper toward third. Smith's got it. Shoulder high. Throw to first on a rope. Good time, and there's 2 away. So here now Christian Campbell with 2 outs. Love to get on base for Wilyer Abreu, who has tied the Red Sox record since baseball expanded with getting on base 7 consecutive times to start a season. Here's Campbell. 2 for 3 today. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Can you guess who he's tied with?
I know he was tied with Pudge in some other important statistics to start a season. I'm guessing it's an off-the-beaten-path name. The 0-1 is fouled back to the screen. It's 0-2.
It's on the path. Christian Vasquez, who he was traded for.
Isn't that amazing?
He did it 7 straight in 2017, and then Ted Cox reached in 7 in 1977.
0-2 to Campbell. A pitch. That's outside. Fastball that missed, 1-2. Had a text exchange with Chaim Bloom today. He's now basically in the waiting room to take over for the St. Louis Cardinals. Nolan Arenado hit a home run. They won their opener. The pitch to Campbell low. Wilyer Abreu, in a lot of ways, is Chaim's enduring legacy with the Boston Red Sox.
It's beautiful when things work out, right? One player is his career is kind of on the backside of that hill going down, and then Abreu taking off.
2-2 to Christian Campbell. The pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Foul side of the first base bag. Berger is there to make the play. And the inning is over. Red Sox down in order in the 8th inning. Running out of time on day 2. 4-1 Rangers. Bottom 8 next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hear that? It's Spring Fest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. Let's do it again and get vaccinated, because we're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit VaxAssist.com and schedule a vaccine today. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders, and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Dwight Langford to lead it off in the 8th inning. The Rangers lead it 4-1. Brendan Bernardino stays in the game as a first pitch. Ground ball foul outside of third. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. 0-1 to Langford. As Bernardino, I think, missed inside with a changeup. And it is 1-1. Not a full house by any stretch here tonight, as it was in the opener. The 1-1 is chopped toward third. Bregman plays a room service second hop, throws to first, a little bit wide, but Casas stretches towards right field, makes the play. And there's one away. We don't yet have the exact attendance, but the report is brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Whether you're craving fresh, hand-breaded chicken and chicken tenders or all-breast meat-fried chicken sandwiches and nuggets, Crispy Crunchy Chicken delivers. Find a location at crispycrunchy.com. Is this Kevin Pillar pinch hitting? It is. One down in the 8th. Pitch. Right there. Fastball 0-1.
Pillar, a couple hits yesterday after in a non-roster invite, making this team out of spring training.
0-1. That looked close. Did not swing, Pillar. Changeup. Called a ball, and it's 1-1. Roof closed. Dark skies outside here in Texas. 4-1 Rangers. Bernardino throws and Pilar fouls one right back to the screen. It's 1-2. Tanner Houck started this game. Bullpen appearances from Weissert, now Bernardino. Jack Leiter was really good. Sox wasted a great chance in the 7th. The pitch is grounded softly to short. Story sort of circles around it, then a leaping throw to first in time. And they're 2 away. He never, ever makes a throw with both feet on the ground.
I tell you what, just if you hit the ball on the ground, don't hit it to the left side of the Red Sox defense because they are just vacuuming it up.
So here is Adolis Garcia with 2 down. Red Sox would have Abreu, Wong, and Rafaela due up as Bernardino fires to Adolis Garcia. The inside corner for strike 1. Action going in the Ranger bullpen. Alex Kora's scheming in his dugout as the 0-1 dotted for a strike, and it's 0-2.
This is where you got to execute a pitch against a guy like Adolis Garcia, who is always swinging for the seats.
Bernardino's going to take his time. Sox have Hamilton, Romy, Ref Snyder, and Narvaez available on the bench. 0-2 pitch. Very close. Garcia was totally fooled there. Missed for a ball, and it's 1-2.
A good changeup from Bernardino right there. Started on the plate, worked down and off. Almost got a chase. Garcia holding up.
He is so steely on the mound, Bernie is. 1-2 the pitch. Very close. Good take by Garcia. Up and away, and it's 2-2.
Sometimes that fastball up is purely just to change the eye level of the batter. You can either go breaking ball down and in or change up down.
2-2. A pop-up foul straight back. So the Red Sox hope to go into the 9th inning trailing by 3 again. Abreu will hit no matter what. He's been on base all 7 times. Then it gets a little interesting with Wong and Rafaela. I think Hamilton has a real chance to hit in the 9th. 2-2 popped up. Shallow right field. The man himself. Abreu drifts in. He's there to make the play. Inning over. He'll lead it off when we go to the 9th inning in Texas. 4-1 Rangers. Shaw's in Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. 1 click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders, and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
This is the sale you've been waiting for. The Macy's Spring VIP sale is here. Exclusive savings on the season's most loved brands, with an extra 30% off Avec Les Filles, Karl Lagerfeld, DKNY, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty essentials from MAC, Armani Beauty, and too many others to mention. So get to the Macy's Spring VIP sale now and shop brands you love at prices you'll love even more. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, Bruce Bochy's going to go back to Luke Jackson, who gave up the big fly to Wilyer Abreu last night. And when you know it, it's Abreu to lead it off. 4-1 Texas. We go into the top of the 9th inning. Each team with 8 hits, but Jonah Heim, a couple of homers. Difference in the game. Jackson to Abreu, and Willier takes a strike right over the heart of the plate. 0-1.
I would have bet a lot of money he wasn't throwing a first pitch slider to Willier there. The one he deposited into the home bullpen yesterday for a 3-run homer.
Here's the 0-1. That's a little low. 7 plate appearances. He's reached base in all of them as Abreu. It's a brilliant start. He owns this ballpark. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Just missed this one down the right field line. Looking like it'll stay in play. Semien, the second baseman, in foul ground, is there to make the play for out number 1. Now, Connor Wong is going to hit here. I wonder if that might have changed had the Red Sox gotten Abreu aboard. As it is, Connor will hang in there with 1 out in the top of the 9th.
I thought you might see David Hamilton just to try to get a spark off the bench. Plus, he had a really good spring training.
Abreu is mortal after all, as Wong takes a strike on the outside corner. Has his first hit of the season last night. He takes here. Fastball outside. It's 1-1. You just would absolutely love to bring the tying run to the plate any way, anyhow, in the top of the 9th. Cedon is on deck. The 1-1. Chopper foul. Slider. And it's 1-2. Well, you've played in Boston, Will. You've lived this life. It's only 2 games, but we both know what the story's going to be coming out of this game.
Yes, we do.
1-2, the pitch. Long drives one high into left center field, carrying very well at the warning track. It will be caught out there by Taveras. Connor just missed it. And they're 2 away, so Cedon is the Red Sox last hope.
Thought he got that, Willie. I did. He hit that. Had a different sound to it. Got under it just a hair. 93-mile-per-hour fastball and just got under it.
And of course, that story is Rafi Devers, who's 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts to start the year. Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Here's Cedon trying to give us a little extra time until the post-game show. He fouls the first pitch back. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-1. Jaron Duran would be next. Then Rafi, wouldn't that be something? 0-1 to Cedon, the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Seager backhands, throws to first, low. Cedon, I thought, beat the throw. They called him out, but we will wait and see. I thought real time, Will, that Rafaela beat that play at first.
It sure looked like it. He was flying.
They're going to look into the video room with Mike Brenly, and they're going to challenge because why not at this point?
That's right. You have it. You might as well use it.
Bang, bang play over there at first base. Either the game will continue for Jaron Duran or this thing will be over. Watching our first look at the replay, and I think he's safe, Will. It's very close, but I thought he beat the throw. We'll wait and see.
Oh, it's so close, and if it's that close, I don't know if it can be overturned.
Yeah, it has to be indisputable. The question is always here, when does the baseball hit leather relative to when the foot hits the bag? And this is one of those weird ones where the angles we have are from the backside. I think he's safe, Will, just going frame by frame. But you're right. Is there enough to overturn it? Well, he lunged with his right foot at the last minute. I think he's safe.
He almost looks like he's off the bag, too. He's really close with that foot when he goes into his stretch to make the pick on the low throw.
First look at the replay. What'd you think?
First look, I thought it was basically a tie. It looked like it was simultaneously, and I don't think they could overturn that.
I think the final angle we saw, sort of on the first base side, with the right foot of Rafaela, I thought toe hit bag before definitively the ball was on the glove. However, as you said, because the call on the field was out, it might be a lot. Again, the most recent replay, I think he's safe. I really do. The glove is outstretched, and Cedon's foot, heel, and toe come toward the bag almost at the exact same time. Wow.
I just don't think they overturn it.
It's so close. I think, judging by Alex Kora's face in the dugout, he agrees with you. Todd Titchener waits down the third base line, waiting to hear from New York. And they do uphold it. The call stands, and the Red Sox fall in Game 2 of 2025. Good effort there by Cedon, but the Rangers too much tonight. 4-1, Texas wins it. Post-game show next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name, only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers. But you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelly Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on Helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Lowe's knows a good deal goes a long way. And right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances, like the new and exclusive space-saving GE Profile Ultra-Fast Washer-Dryer Combo. Shop the GE Spring into Good Things event, now during SpringFest at Lowe's. We help, you save. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items. Valid 3/20 through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
This episode is brought to you by Allianz Travel Insurance. You like to keep some spontaneity in your sojourns. You love your home base, but you're not a homebody. Maybe you're planning on taking the kids to Orlando in the summer, then sneaking away to a cabin in the Smokies for a couple's escape this fall. Once cabin fever sets in, maybe a girl's trip to Aspen later in the year. Our All Trips plan protects your trips all year. Get a quote at AllianzTravelInsurance.com.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name, only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is the Nissan postgame show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Back in Texas as the Rangers level this 4-game series with a 4-1 win. Welcome into the Nissan postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks. It was kind of a frustrating night on a lot of levels, Will. I thought Tanner Houck was pretty good. He made the 2 mistakes to Jonah Heim. Both of them leave the building. Red Sox had a great chance in the 7th with the big hitters due up. They didn't deliver, and in the end, just one of those days where one or two plays make all the difference.
Right, and there just was never that big hit. I mean, they had 8 hits. They were all singles, but they were 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position. They left 8 guys on, and if you really the last 2 days look at 2 through 5 in the batting order, Devers, Bregman, Casas, Story, 2 hits. Put those guys in 2 games. And some of those were in big spots today with the bases loaded there. On the 7th, 1 out, not able to get anything done.
I think you and I both know that it's early. It's 2 games into the season, but Rafi is the highest paid player on the team. He was right in the middle of all the drama in the offseason. He's now 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts as the designated hitter, a new role for him. He could sure use a breakout game.
For sure, and there's one person I really trust in this situation to handle it the right way, and it's Alex Kora, who has a better relationship with Rafael Devers than anybody on earth. And this will get handled. It'll buff out. Let's not forget who Rafi Devers is. This isn't because he's a DH. Let's not panic yet. It's 2 games. Let's get it going.
He didn't play a lot in the spring, and he sort of looks like that right now, so hopefully he can get the timing going. Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Today, Red Sox pitchers Houck, Weissert, Bernardino only struck out 3, but that still means $150 to the Jimmy Fund. Arbella is here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. I thought it was pretty encouraging by Tanner Houck. He didn't have his A-plus stuff necessarily, the 2 mistakes to Heim, but that was more like the guy we got to know as an all-star a year ago.
It was something that was concerning to me, although it was better than what we saw in spring training. He did rely on the sinker a lot early in counts to throw strikes and get ahead. But 11 hard-hit balls is a little concerning with the stuff that he has. As much as he can move the ball around, that still tells me he's missing too much over the meat of the plate.
Bernardino was really good. Weissert sort of battled in and out. Jaron Duran, top of the order. He'll be back there again tomorrow. We've heard from Alex Kora that Carlos Narvaez will play. David Hamilton will be in there. And I think that's really interesting, Will, because this offense, yes, it's been the Wilyer Abreu show. He's 7 for 8. He's been on base all these times. He's getting just absolutely leading this offense. I think Hamilton could give him a spark tomorrow.
I do, and it's kind of tough to take Christian Campbell out because he's starting to. You're seeing him get a little more comfortable. 3 hits in 2 games. He's not ripping the cover off the ball by any means, but he's definitely getting more comfortable at the plate.
We will step aside, continue with the Nissan post-game show right after this. 4-1 Rangers win the 2nd game of the year on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders, and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. 1 click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
This is the sale you've been waiting for. The Macy's Spring VIP sale is here. Exclusive savings on the season's most loved brands with an extra 30% off Avec Les Filles, Karl Lagerfeld, DKNY, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty essentials from MAC, Armani Beauty, and too many others to mention. So get to the Macy's Spring VIP sale now and shop brands you love at prices you'll love even more. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
4-1, Rangers beat the Red Sox in Texas. 1-1. Up 1, down 1 as the first two games come to a close. For every four-bagger the Red Sox hit this season, Red Sox Radio Network will donate $40 to Cars for Kids. We're making our donation. You should, too. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go to carsforkids.com to donate your car today. That is Cars with a K. Will Your Brave did not go deep today, but Will, he's a cheat code right now. He's just having a spectacular start to this season.
Yeah, and it's really odd to see hitters that locked in this early, especially with the spring he had, the time he missed. I know we got a ton of at-bats on the back fields, but he's so comfortable and he's so on time, and it's not one pitch. We're seeing changeups, curveballs, fastballs, doesn't matter where, he's finding barrels.
So they'll ride the hot hand tomorrow. On the Subaru New England scoreboard, Juan Soto has his first Mets home run. They lead the Astros 3-1 in the top of the ninth inning. D-backs lead the Cubs in the fourth 2-1. A's over the Mariners 2-0. Padres lead the Braves 3-2 in the top of the fourth. Tigers actually have a 2-0 lead in L.A. against the world champions who got their rings today. And the Blue Jays beat the Orioles 8-2. The Subaru New England all-wheel drive-away event is going on now. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruNewEngland.com. Time now for the McFarland Energy play of the game. And, well, I mean, it's sort of hard to pick. I guess, I mean, truly, either of the Jonah Heim home runs, the ball that banged off the wall and came back past Jarren Duran, both big. But I'll go with the Jonah Heim second home run that put them ahead for Goodwill. Heim had a big day at the plate.
He did. You know, he hooked that slider, and he one-armed it, caught it out front. It was a good swing staying through it, but that fastball, he ambushed that sinker, went down and got it. It was a beautiful swing.
Upgrade your air conditioning system before the summer rush at McFarlandEnergy.com. We'll be back with some final thoughts from Texas right after this in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Raising Cane's is celebrating our golden birthday year. Join the party with Golden Chicken Fingers and a limited edition Golden Blush Puppy that benefits local pet organizations. Get yours while supplies last. See RaisingCanes.com for details. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Spring Sale and get 30% off paints and stains March 28th through April 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Hey,
Hey, this is Brad Evans from BetMGM Tonight, weekdays 7-11 Eastern. The BetMGM Network is your home for expert sports betting insights, real-time odds, and nonstop action.
And the best time to tune in is right now. The madness of college basketball is heating up, the NBA playoff race is tightening, and MLB opening day is just around the corner.
We've got expert picks, in-depth analysis, and everything you need to stay ahead of the game.
Presented by the sportsbook born in Vegas, BetMGM.
Watch on YouTube, listen on the free Odyssey app. This is the BetMGM Network.
Shop the new Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses outlet for unbeatable savings.
Mattresses start at $129. Dining sets $499. Recliners $298.
Queen beds $529. And sofas start at $298.
Plus, find even more deals on must-have pieces like home office desks, media consoles,
power reclining sofas, Nairobi lift recliners, and sleep sofas. Perfect for any home.
With Nairobi's low price guarantee, you'll always get the lowest price on brand new,
factory fresh furniture and mattresses.
With those savings, you can even afford a cozy sweater.
Oh boy.
Enjoy no-interest financing options, extended warranties, furniture removal, and next-day eye delivery.
The new Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses outlet is now open, bringing you unbeatable prices every day.
Visit today and bring home factory fresh, stylish, quality furniture for less. It's time to love your home.
Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses, South Attleboro, Swansea, Wareham, and Seabrook.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox 1-1 after a 4-1 Rangers win. We remind you that tomorrow the Sox will play Game 3 of this 4-game series. It is a 7:05 East Coast first pitch. Walker Buehler makes his debut against Tyler Mahle. And look, I'm really excited to see Walker Buehler. Seems to be a perfect fit. He had a great spring. Should be fun to see the two-time World Series champion on the mound.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are excited. He's got that bulldog mentality to him. I think he's feeling like, okay, we saw it in the World Series last year, spring training this year, kind of regaining that stuff post-surgery last year that he really didn't have throughout the season after coming back.
He'll have a good feeling in this ballpark. He's a World Series winner right here. Last thing for you, Will. Baseball's so different, right? I mean, it's 162 freaking games. And you ride the huge high of yesterday, you think, man, we're an absolute juggernaut. Today was just one of those days where you didn't get the big hit. Things didn't quite go your way. I would imagine it's just another routine day into Game 3 tomorrow.
For most people, I think maybe Rafi Devers might have a hard time sleeping at night right now until he gets going. He's feeling the pressure of everything surrounding, the distractions surrounding spring training around him and Alex Bregman and the third baseman situation, the DH situation. Until he starts getting a couple hard-hit balls and not striking out so much, he's going to be feeling that pressure.
Yeah, they had the big chance in the 7th and did not come through. Bill Geiger was awesome, as always, here in the booth in Dallas. And Joe Braverman, the executive producer of Red Sox baseball on the radio. 7:05 first pitch, 6:05 Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. For Will Middlebrooks, Will Fleming saying so long from Arlington. 4-1 Rangers. Game 3 of a 4-game set tomorrow in the Lone Star State, right here on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You have been listening to the Nissan postgame show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. You have been listening to Red Sox baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
And it's gone!
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Long gone into the
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back! Grand Slam!
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone! Into the bullpen!
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners, Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
This ball is crushed and it is gone!
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Grand Slam home run!
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth. And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
If I need extra stopping power.
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
To win in basketball takes a can-do spirit. So shave with Barbasol and inspire your team. Raise that red, white, and blue can and yell, "We can do this." If it doesn't work, you still got a great shave. Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind, zero-turn, and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Let's check each